crawling along the walls of the caves of hunger. We see strange creatures similar to what the group has seen before. Lizard or dog, something in between. Kobolds climb along the walls. As they approach Cheppy, she's looking around a bit aimlessly, trying to find out what is going on. And as she does, we see them descend upon her. Now, I need to know if anyone has a passive perception above a 13. I know Moonbrook does.
I do. Mine's 14.
I have 18 for passive perception.
Passive perception. I have 14.
All right. Anybody that has a passive perception above 13, congratulations. You are part of the surprise round. As I need you all to select your tokens and please roll initiative. Because anybody that does have passive perception above 13 sees several creatures crawling along the wall, and two of them jump down on Cheppy.
Initiative, you said? Oh,
Initiative.
Okay, cool. Oh, I'm wonderful.
Oh, no.
It's always great rolling initiative.
Well, surprise round is the really important part here. So it's good that many of you do have a passive perception above 13. Because this is very bad. Cheppy, jumping down from the wall, you see these familiar yet strangely looking kobolds a little bit too late. And I need to roll some initiative for them now as well. You see them sort of digging their claws into the ice as they're crawling along the walls. And let's get some initiative for them. So this is an initiative roll for everybody, by the way. But there is a surprise round first. And what that means is... Mortis, did you have a passive perception over 13? No. Your turn is skipped. The kobold vampire spawn unfortunately rolled very high. The 19. This is bad. Crawling down from up above Cheppy, these kobolds land upon you and begin to rip and tear. And you all see this as Moonbrook yells, "Look out, Cheppy!" And I wish you luck. The kobolds, two of them jump down immediately and land upon you, Cheppy. I'm starting, though, top to bottom, left to right. This kobold here is crawling along the wall as they seem to move in a pack. It leaps down off of the wall, and it will attack first. It also has advantage. Good luck. It tries to hit you with a bite attack. 25.
That's a hit.
For 8 piercing damage and 4 necrotic damage. Your hit point maximum is reduced by 4. The next one up here.
As Cheppy gets hit by that creature, she turns invisible.
Ooh, you have some special bullshit?
She does. And she can teleport 60 feet away while invisible and stays invisible until she next moves or casts a spell. I'm just trying to get the name of it. I've used this once before. I just couldn't remember exactly what the name of it was. So, excuse me, it is a thing. I'm trying to grab it.
Is it Fae something or other?
It's one of her warlock things she gets from her... I'm trying to remember even what... Her patron? Wait, no, I'm trying to grab it. I don't have my book on me, so and I was first up. I was like, God damn it, I've been like researching, trying to find it. My pact.
So, this is Misty Escape.
Yes, thank you.
There you go. Absolutely.
My goodness. She
yes.
casts Misty Escape.
So, Champy, this kobold sinks its teeth probably like right on your like clavicle, and just it sticks its fangs, and you could feel this like horrible spreading chill that seems to suck the life out of you, literally, as well as this kobold, this sort of desiccated looking kobold, which looks a little bit like... Where did it go? Looks a little bit like this.
Probably the coolest way to make kobolds scary.
Yeah,
It's really
that
cool.
sounds awesome.
How
Desiccated.
dare you? My zombies were great.
Oh,
They're still kind of cute.
Oh, I mean, yours are scary too. Yeah, they're so scary.
Desiccated and sort of gnarly looking. The kobold sort of look around a bit wildly as Cheppy just sort of ports away. There's like these butterflies of golden color left behind as she disappears from their clutches. They look around a bit wild, and then they will go after the Susu because it is the next closest thing. This one, actually, no, not this one. We're going top to bottom, left to right. They are crawling along the walls, and yeah, they're going to get there. And this one will jump down and attack the Susu with its bite attack. That's a 20.
Yeah.
That was not with advantage, but it's still a 20. And this is for 5 piercing and 6 necrotic damage. The 6 necrotic damage is also how much max HP disappears from the Susu.
Okay.
As it sinks its teeth in. The next kobold, also climbing against the walls of ice, will rush over. I think we're gonna say heads towards Moonbrook, and will try and attack Moonbrook with its bite attack. This is without advantage. That is an 8 and a miss. Moonbrook sort of dodges out of the way. Whoa! And this kobold here will move forward towards the Susu as it sort of leaps. And it's this like weird, you know, this like special effects, like shitty 3D movie kind of effect as we see the kobolds sort of like scrambling, like, but they're up on the wall. So they're like, and they leap across this hole in the wall as they continue forth and land towards the Susu. And we'll try and bite the Susu. This one actually is with advantage, so let me re-roll. Sorry. Because they've got back tactics.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
a 25.
Yeah.
This is for 5 piercing and 4 necrotic damage, and the 4 necrotic damage is another 4 minus from the max HP. This one here leaps up on the wall, crawls across, will land here, and also attack the Susu. It's a really good thing that you had that Misty Escape,
Teleport?
Cheppy. Let me
Yeah.
tell you, because I don't think you were going to survive this. A 24.
As soon as I knew I was
Oh, yeah,
gonna
that's
get
a hit.
hit.
Yeah.
7 piercing and another 4 necrotic minus from your total HP of the Susu. As the vampire lands, just sucking the life essence out of this Susu Atari. And the last kobold spawn again climbs the walls. And let me just check on this because it might not be able to get that far. It cannot. Yeah, it's gonna have to use its full movement, so it's full turn to get there. Still in the surprise round, by the way. Anybody that has higher than the 13 passive perception. Nissa, you were one of them.
Does that mean I can attack it?
You have a surprise round, yes.
Oh,
Part of
okay.
this.
So I'm gonna rage. And
There
try
it
to
is. We missed that.
smash its face in with my halberd.
Okie doke. 14 against this creature. Is a hit.
Yes.
Your halberd finds purchase in this creature's flesh as this black ichor shoots out and sort of lands on the ice nearby. That's going to do some damage. You see this strange sort of red glow in this creature's eyes. What do you do, Nissa?
I'm gonna hit it again.
All right. A 27.
That's what you get for attacking our Susu.
Okay. That is another hit with another strike of the halberd. Nissa connects. And Nissa, strange. These creatures are freaking tough. With each slash of the halberd, you feel like it's not sinking in as deep as it should. These are small creatures. You should be cleaving them in two. But instead, their scales seem more durable than you would expect. They are far more sturdy than they appear. These emaciated figures seem to resist your strike.
They're tougher than they look, friends. Be careful. That's it for my turn.
Velen, what's your
Thank you.
passive perception? No?
He's not 13, no.
Ray, I believe yours is higher, right?
Oh yeah, mine's 18. Okay. Okay. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the Susu out of there, and he's gonna teleport. Not very far, but he's gonna teleport to there, and when he does, he's gonna do fiery teleportation, which is a 1d6 plus my proficiency. So if they fail the dexterity.
Okay. So what's your proficiency bonus right now? 3?
4. So
Four.
it would be
So
9.
9 potential fire damage towards these creatures. Okay.
Oh, wait. Okay, wait. Just so we're clear, because I didn't say this properly. Technically, that goes after my turn, but what I was going to say is that Ray is holding a spell to drop, and he told him, the Susu, to teleport out first.
Okay.
Okay, so a spell will happen after this, but from
Okie
Ray.
doke. Alrighty. Let's see here. Okay, and this is a dex save.
Yeah, it's dex save.
Okay. So we need 5 dex saves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god.
Of course.
What's the
The spell save DC?
Yeah.
That's okay. I'd rather
Yeah,
burn him on a
it's
save
16.
than a crit.
You said a 16?
16.
Okay. So 3 successes and they take no damage. But
no damage, no.
yeah. But 2 of them, which is going to be top to bottom, left to right, is going to be this one and this one. We're going to take some flames to the face. All right. Is that it for your turn, Ray? No? You
Well,
have another spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what are you doing?
I'm gonna bring a firewall down.
Yes.
Fucking across them.
Yes.
Let's see.
In a line or blocking the
So
wall?
it's gonna go in a line this way, right across them, with the dangerous part of the wall, because I can orient that, is gonna be here. So this firewall is literally gonna be dropped on them, and I'm really sorry, Moonbrook. You might be too close. I don't know for this one.
If you can't take
But that's
the
a
fire,
risk we're
get
willing
out
to
the
take.
kitchen.
I will heal you.
Yeah, get out of the kitchen, Moonbrook.
What's the wimpy quote for a hamburger?
Oh God, that's a reference. Jesus.
The Popeye wimpy quote? I can't remember
Yep.
what it is. What's the distance on the fire?
Oh God. All right. So let me see if I can get this all situated.
I'm just going to hit the button. How's that?
No, I get it.
Thank
Firewall
you, yeah.
down.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. 1 foot thick, 20 feet high. You get to decide.
Mhm.
You have a choice here. So I was going to put an actual firewall down.
Okay. So the wall is going to be right here, starting on top of.
Are you just doing it in
let
a
me-
straight line?
Yeah, right here.
All right,
And
I'm going to
with
give you
the-
control of it, and you fucking figure it out, because I got too much shit on my screen. How's that?
Oh, it's perfect. Okay.
There you
Wait,
go.
can I?
Hey.
Play around with it.
Okay,
You do
cool.
it.
So I'm putting it right here,
Uh-huh.
with the damage output going north of it. So, I'm sorry, Moonbrook.
Oh, wait. Oh, you can lay it and then spray it?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't hurt her. Fuck, yeah. I'm going to do it here instead. It's not going to hurt her.
Okay, so it's going to affect the kobolds above the wall as well?
So, the way this works is I can drop it, and on a failed save, they take 5d8 damage, or half as much. One side of the wall selected by you when you cast a spell deals 5d8 fire damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side.
Oh.
Okay,
So
well...
you're throwing a fireplace
So we're
down.
putting it there, facing it down.
Okay.
It's firewall.
Nice!
All right. All right. So potentially could hit 5 kobolds here. Okay. And
That's sick.
this is dex save as well. Okay. And we need 5 dex saves. Here we go. Top to bottom, left to right. Sorry, buddy. That's another 3
Hey,
saves.
you know, it's
still good
it's
damage.
Fine.
Still good.
Still good damage.
It's fine. We're chipping away at him.
Yep.
All right, I'm just going to put this to the
Eating
back.
those rolls,
so I can
Jesus.
click. Okay. I'm sorry. This is rough. Okay, so give me some damage, please. You already did it. 24 fire damage. 2, 3. This. Okay. Little toasty warm to these kobolds.
So that whole passageway essentially is just
It's
fire.
melting.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's half on a success.
Yeah, it's half.
Okay.
Steam is bellowing off of the roof of the cavern.
Yeah. There's oh yeah, it'd be melting some of the stuff. There'd be water around.
Not immediately.
Not as much.
Yeah.
It's sweating.
Narratively, it's sweating.
Narratively,
Hey, Whack, let
it's
us have
sweating.
this.
I don't think I feel comfortable doing that.
Are you sure?
The
Can it please be sweating, Whack?
the
It would be very great.
other problem is in the back. The other creature.
Oh, right.
Do we all get to go with the surprise round, or
The
is this-
Vampina.
No, it's not. We're not through the surprise round yet.
Oh,
We're
okay.
still
I
going
see.
by the turn
Okay.
order right now.
Never mind. Okay. Some more shit.
Teriel has a -1 in dexterity, so he did get a 0 on his
Ariel's
dexterity.
just sort of waiting around.
initiative.
Such
Yeah.
a 0. Sorry.
No.
Just stand by me. What are you doing?
Just gonna take this all in for a moment.
The shit at the same time.
Yeah, you're looking at a reflection
Boy,
Yeah, I'm just like
in the ice wall.
fucking so hot right now.
No, it's because of the firewall, Teriel. That's why you're hot
Exactly.
right now.
Is the firewall blocking our view?
It
No,
is.
you can see-
You
oh.
can still see through it, but
Yeah.
I mean, just in terms of how much space it's taking up, it's 20 feet high. So it's a wall of fucking fire. So you guys can see partially through the flames. But I would argue that it's probably pretty tough. So there's probably like just bits and pieces that you catch. You see, you know, some sizzling kobold here and there. And then this fucking horrific figure crawls the same way along the wall, and this is what you see. This horrible thing. Covered in blood. Probably Ray's blood.
I think it's sick.
Sick!
Jesus.
I love it.
Cool picture.
Can I keep him?
Can he bite me? I'm just gonna let him bite me.
Bite me, Daddy. That's amazing. That's so cool.
Oh my god.
This Knoll vampire crawls along the wall, and let me just see what it says here for this wall of fire again.
Wow.
The wall is opaque, by the way. So yes, it actually does block your view. This creature also cannot see. That changes everything.
Oh, good job, Ray. Yeah, love.
Thank you, Ray, we think.
So
on
never
this
mind,
fire.
you have to retcon that. You don't see this creature. Okay.
Must have been a dream. It's a dream.
We just feel its menacing aura.
So we- all right, so we never saw it.
Nope, rewind.
No, we have no idea.
Okay.
But we heard
Sheppy
it.
might have saw it, and
Yeah.
you might have
It
heard
sounded
it
cool.
before the wall of fire went up. Yep. Okay. So some other bullshit is going on that I am now hiding.
Weird vampiric laughing echoes off the chamber.
Sheppy,
We just have
What
to
is that?
assume.
your passive perception's not high enough. Teriel, what's your passive perception?
14.
Okay, so this is enough. You see these vampires
Hey.
sort of jumping down, biting Moonbrook, or trying to bite Moonbrook, and biting Cheppy. Ray sort of casting this wall in a haste. Cheppy appearing, poof, right next to you. What do you do?
Is Cheppy visible or invisible?
Cheppy is...
She's actually invisible.
Yeah, so you would have just seen
Well,
maybe
I
some
won't know
butterflies for a half a second.
Okay, so would I know or would I not know? That's
I
important.
don't think you know.
Damn, that sucks. I guess he's just thinking that she's still in there. Oh fuck, that really changes things. Okay, damn it. I guess Tara's gonna be like, what's going on in there? Is Cheppy still in there? Get her out! Come by me! Get back here! And,
Moonbrook is probably like yelling like, I don't know, she was there, there's fire, I can't see a fucking thing.
he's just gonna yell at everybody to get back, and At this point, he's just going to look around and see who he can see, and he's going to scribe in the air, and you'll see this gold scribing happen, and he's going to push it forward, and these golden strings are going to float down and cover Nissa, Moonbrook, and Ray. Cast Bless.
Okay, I'll put a yellow icon on you. So this was Ray, Nissa, and
Moonbrook.
Thank you, Teriel.
Also, Ray, I have a blue dot on you. I have no idea what it is. You can figure that out.
I think, was that because I was bitten and
Oh, you're good now because we took care of
cursed
it.
or something?
I don't remember. Anyway.
He's going to just say, do what you can.
Oh, I became a god. That's what, yeah.
And he's just going to start prepping.
Mortis is AFK.
I'm here. I was just thinking. All right.
Mortis was just thinking.
I was just thinking. So, because I have extra damage and stuff on my poisoner, so I'm just adding that to my crossbow. All right, I'm going to. So all of the kobolds got hurt except for this one by this flames we saw. Yes.
You
This one did not
definitely
get-
would have seen this jet of fire open up. This one managed to avoid it. Yes.
All right, I think I'm just aiming down the sights, down the crossbow, or down the hallway, and then, of course, when that flame goes up, I see a silhouette of one target in front of me, and I fire a jet. Aha! Let me press the button. Wow!
More like.
Okay. Exactly.
Oh no, that is a natural one. Okay, unfortunately, yeah, this is a pretty tense situation, and Mortis prematurely fired his crossbow.
Oh, wow! Never happened,
Let's
never happened.
have you go ahead and just roll a d2 for me, Mortis.
Yeah, no
Slayer
big
of
deal.
Zodorok.
Slayer of Nissa here in a second. A D2.
Be a 2.
Slayer of Nisarok.
On Mighty Ducks. 1.
Oh, okay, well, that's great. Got your zeros out of the way.
Nissa, you are suddenly struck by a crossbow bolt in the back.
This is the worst.
Marty! Oh,
For 9 piercing damage. Hey, Mortis, was that poisoned?
Yes, it was.
don't I tell
So, you could try.
He's raging.
Well, I believe the poison is full. Oh, but
that's
luckily
so
it's a
nice.
2.
But it's
so,
also +4, so it's a 6.
Yeah. So, Nissa, you take 4 piercing damage and 6 poison damage.
I'll fix that for you. I don't worry about it. I'll fix it. Do you have a potion on you for any chance?
I do, I think. Damn it!
If you
Ow!
do, that could help.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll fix that.
Mortis, is that it for your turn?
And then I will hide. As a bonus action. Sorry,
Stealth
Nissa.
check.
Or will you let me, even though I crit failed, continue my actions?
What's that?
I crit failed. Do you want me to continue my actions?
Oh, yeah. I think hitting Nissa was enough of a penalty. Sure.
Okay,
You
all right,
can,
all right.
you can go ahead and make a stealth check. 11. Okay.
I will hop here and try to hide with an 11.
Okay, the kobolds now.
And then
the
Booger moves to here. Okay, now it's my turn.
All right. The kobolds, this happened at the beginning of their turn for the wall of fire, or is it the end?
No, end of their turn.
All right. They're getting the fuck out of that. Okay, so top to bottom, left to right is the way I like to do this, just to help me keep track of shit. This one is just kind of a bit seared, sort of leaps onto the wall and slides a bit and rushes over to this side. and will attack Moonbrook as it gets sort of stuck in this side passage here. It will try and bite Moonbrook. And it has its pack tactics. Ooh, that's a crit.
Shit.
If you scroll up in the chat, you can see what Bless does, but it is a attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, and yeah, it just lasts up to 1 minute, and you can add a D4 to the attack roll or saving throw. Okay, so the bite attack is a crit. Ooh, okay, for 8 piercing damage and 2 necrotic damage. Now I need to check on something here for Moonbrook.
She should have 3 extra temp hit points for me.
Right? She already does.
Plus 4.
I just need to check her special uncanny dodge rogue bullshit. I think she's probably gonna take it. Use the reaction now. This was a crit, but it wasn't that bad. There is...
Shit.
There are more kobolds. I'm gonna say no on this one. Okay, Moonbrook takes this bite attack. And 2 of her max HP goes away. I'm just going to keep track of that on a separate document. I might recommend that to you all as well, by the way. Just to open up Notepad or something. Because there's a lot of these things. Okay. And the next one here is going to, I would say probably go this way. It goes down, leaps onto the wall, and will start climbing to try and get to safety. In the process, it will pass by Moonbrook, but I don't think she's going to use a reaction. I think she's going to save it just in case she needs to for the uncanny dodge. Nissa, it will also pass by you. If you would like to use your reaction, you can use it now and take an attack of opportunity on this creature. It will also pass by the Susu and Ray. No, not Ray. I'm sorry. It's going to stay within melee of Ray.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing my halberd at it because I'm in pain and I'm just like, rah!
Okay.
Angry.
26 is a hit. Again, you sort of strike with this creature, resisting some of your the pressure that you're putting on it. Your halberd connects, but it doesn't like sink as deep as it should. This creature is so small; it should fear you. You should be cleaving them in half. Something makes these creatures so strong.
Rah! Why are they so tough?
So my Susu can also have a reaction to hit him? Okay. Oh, shit. All right. I think it's a
18
D4
is a
for
hit.
his tiny little fists. Yeah, get fucked.
What kind of damage is it?
It's going to be blunt.
Okay.
It's just his wee little fists.
Okay. Yeah. Dink. Dink. All right. The swan is going to have to... I don't think it's going to actually get to attack. Because it was there. No, it's going to have to use its full turn to get there. It just wanted to get the fuck out of that fire. Okay, this one is going to do the same. Climbing along the wall, and it will leap to there. Now, Nissa, you've already used your attack of opportunity. The Susu has as well. Moonbrook is probably worried that she's about to get fucked up by these other kobolds that are right next to her. So she's not going to use her attack of opportunity. And it lands in between Velen and Ray, but it will use its whole turn to do that. Next up is this one, and it will try and take a fucking bite out of Moonbrook. And it also has advantage because of pack tactics. It sinks its teeth into Moonbrook with a 21, and that is for 5 piercing damage and 5 necrotic. Moonbrook's only going to get the shit on the first part of the attack. It's still only a 5. I don't think she's... Yeah, she'll use it. Okay. So, she's going to take 2 from the bite part, and then minus 5 to her max HP as well for necrotic damage. It spreads out. Oh, fuck, man. And, oh, there she is. Hello.
Hey, look at that.
The timing.
No, I can hear you. Ooh, it's very loud. I'm sorry. I can hear you killing my character the whole time.
Sorry. I tried my best not to, but, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Okay, so just for your note-taking here, I did not change your character sheet max HP, but you have 7 max HP that has been reduced. Moonbrook.
And the other ones? And were you messing with the current HP?
Both. I didn't. Yes, I messed with the current, not with the max. I just made notes for the max.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Is this a good? Sorry, chat, but is this a good range for voice or?
Yes, you're all good.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Next up, the kobold down here, which is getting blasted by this firewall down, is going to probably get the fuck out of there. It's climbing up the wall, and it will continue along. And Velen, you will get an attack of opportunity, and Ray, you have an attack of opportunity if you would like to take it. We'll use your reaction if you do so.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll use it.
Okay.
I'll save mine.
It's 13.
13. Okay. Is a miss. Ray whiffs with the staff. This kobold lands over here, and it will use the rest of its movement, the rest of its turn, rather, to run up to the closest person, which is going to be Teriel. That's it for its turn, though. It will not be able to attack you. This one back here will continue. And it will run up the wall as well with their freaky spider climb ability. And it will land here. Again, Velen, if you would like to use your attack of opportunity, you can.
Is that the last one to go?
Yes.
All right, I'll use it. Fine.
Okay. We'll use your reaction.
All right. It's just a melee attack, right?
Oh, son of a bitch.
All right,
that's fine.
I said it like 8 times. All right. 3. I don't know if Velen uses a quarterstaff or just like a backhanded slap or what.
She's just trying to swat him away.
Yeah. But it is a big whiff. There's a gentle breeze by your neck, Ray. As the kobold climbs along the wall and lands on the other side, it will use the rest of its turn, and it will look like it's about to surround Teriel, but boom, sort of bumps into something, and it looks around frantically, sensing that there is something there. But that's it for its turn. Nissa.
I
Hold on.
sent
Before
out
you do, make a Constitution save because of my poison, and we didn't do that last round.
You do have
Okay,
bless, by
you
the way.
failed, so you're poisoned this round, which means you get disadvantage.
Wait, but it's +4. Remember?
It's a D4. You
Yeah,
Oh,
you get
plus-
bless.
Oh,
Oh, +4, so you're. It would
It'd be a
still be
max
less
of
than
13.
my 14 is you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're poisoned this round, and then it's over.
okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. So I roar and my aura shoots out for me, and I have 3 extra hit points, and so does Moonbrook if she lost them, and so does the Susu. And I'm going. I'm just gonna attack the same one, the one that's like in between Moonbrook and the Susu.
Okay.
With my halberd again.
Alrighty.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Yeah, because you're poisoned for this round.
Because I poisoned you.
Damn it, Morty!
I know. Yeah. And now imagine if I hit people with it.
Good thing Nissa's got a +9
Very true.
with the halberd. Nissa, you strike. And you hit this thing. Again, they are it makes no sense to you. You're so much larger than these creatures, yet they seem so strong. And, yeah, you hit it, but it's still up, and it's sort of... Blood is sort of like trickling down from its mouth. The blood of your love.
Moonbrook!
You can see, by the way, being right there, that when they did bite Moonbrook, they seemed to heal some of their wounds.
What? Oh my god. They're stealing health from us for themselves, literally. And I hit it again with the halberd. I don't have anything else that I can really use.
A 15 is also a hit. It's still up.
Damn it. Morty poisoned them.
Oh yeah. I tried to.
That's it for my turn.
All right. Velen.
All right. So Velen is going to go ahead and lift her hand towards the one that is right next to her and kind of contort it in a weird way. And it'll spawn a spectral skeletal hand. And she's going to go ahead and cast Chill Touch.
Okay. 14. Against which one?
The one right in front of her.
Okay, this one? Mm-hmm. All right. A 14 is just barely a hit. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. It's a ranged attack at melee range. You have to do this with disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
Make another roll, please.
Right. Well then.
Okay, so a 14 is just barely a hit for 3 necrotic damage, and the hand connects with this creature, sort of bleeding this strange necrotic energy into it. And on a hit, it has disadvantage on attack rolls against you until the end of your next turn.
And it can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn as well.
Right. I'm just checking to make sure that that is applicable to these individual creatures.
Ah, whack.
Come on, you're vampires.
Okay. Yes, so this one is currently being held. Let's see if we've got some kind of... I do, there is a hand! Oh, yeah! There we go. Got a hand token. Sweet. Okay. Alright. Velen, is that it for your turn?
Unless I also have a gigantic bottle of old lady perfume, no. That's it.
Okay.
Do you? That'd be really cool.
Suck on white diamonds. The worst smell ever.
So I had to look this up, and I fucked it last time, but I should have rolled an extra D8 because that was a fire spell. However, this time, because when my Susu's out, I get an extra D8.
Okay.
But this time, I'm gonna have the Susu teleport us away. He's gonna go. Let's see, where does that put me? That puts me right. Okay, so he's gonna go there, which means everybody is gonna go with him, which includes me, Velen, Nissa, and Moonbrook.
Okay.
If they'll go with. But I'm pretty much saying, go with me. And then,
I'm coming, buddy.
Okay.
so I'm gonna pull them away. And then that puts me right, where does that put me? Right here? And then her right on the other side of me. Like right above
I
Cheppy.
think it would be here, right? Does everybody agree to move?
Yeah. No, I can't. I have to. Everyone has to be around the Susu. And he was
gotcha.
positioned in a way that he would have brought us all over. So, I mean, I could have rotated him. So to put everybody back, I can make this work.
Okay.
But my goal is to be as close to here as possible.
Everybody back here, Mark?
I'm holding a spell and I'm having him teleport us out first.
Okay.
Okay. So
Like what's happening?
So as long as I end up essentially right here, Valen should be closest to me as well. And then I think Nissa would be right here. And then is Moonbrook able to be here? Is that enough space?
I don't think so. Yeah, that's a half spot. I don't think so.
Fuck.
She was like getting attacked simultaneously, so I think she's probably like dodging and like in an awkward position. I don't think so.
So it might not be possible for me to do this unless I rotate, which I can. That puts Velen in a bad space.
It's okay, darling. I'm necrotic. It's fine.
Quick decisions.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna. I can't pull her. I can't pull her out of the way if I do that.
What about that fun?
But I'm
No.
going to do that anyway. So no, that'll hurt her. Okay, yep, I can't do that. Fuck. All right, so they're so Nissa and Moonbrook are back where they were. I am. I'm gonna drop the wall. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the wall then. And I am going to move. I'm gonna recast the wall right on these four fuckers. Right below us.
Hey!
The heat will be pointing down. So let me get rid of that one. So
Like a
another
ceiling heater on a cold winter day at the
So
front doors
another-
of a weird establishment.
So another
The heat
firewall
blows
down
down.
there.
Firewall down.
Okay. Sorry, we didn't have Moonbrook on the turn order there, so we're just gonna have Moonbrook go right after Ray. My apologies.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Okay, and let's see. So Ray, what were you doing with your firewall?
I dropped
oh,
I dropped the other firewall and created a new one on these four that are right below us.
Okay.
And they've got a Beta 16. And please roll like shit.
I can't make any promises.
I know.
Firewall down the sequel.
Okay. Dex saves. Hey, guess what?
They have an ability to automatically succeed.
No. I
Okay.
was rolling at a reduced number for these guys.
Oh, good.
I was
Oh,
pushing the
good.
wrong button.
That's so nice. Well, thank you for that.
We love that for you, Wax.
That's okay.
I love to hear it.
That's cool. Mistakes happen.
Were you? Because
Keep doing that.
I can't tell.
Okay, so
Oh, fine.
one success. All right. So that's going to be 20 fire damage.
Wait. I get to do a plus D8. because my Susu's out.
Excellent.
So 26.
Sounds so dirty.
Your buddy's out. Your little buddy's out.
My little buddy's out.
Susu is out. That's what I call it.
The fire erupts right nearby as you see these kobold vampires lit up by this horrific flame.
Liddy.
One of them straight up combusts and right.
Cool.
And it looks rather crispy.
Nice.
It's still moving.
The one that combusted?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Good.
Okay.
Ariel?
Actually, so the Susu is
Holy water?
going to try and shoot the one right below me, I think, with Flame Seed.
So two of these kobolds are burned beyond recognition, and they look horrible, and they're horrifically crispy and burned, and they're missing their ears, and like their eyes are bloody and horrible and a mess, and they're still moving.
Why won't they die?
All right, so Flame Seed on a 12. Rather that one, but yeah.
On this one. Okay. Yep. 12 is a miss. Shoots out the little bit of fire, and it sails past. Probably difficult to even see this wall of this firewall that you have placed down. Is it's opaque, so you just see little bits of these kobolds sticking out here and there. Is that it for your
All
turn, Ray?
That's my turn.
Moonbrook.
Which ones are the ones that are looking a little rough?
Hard to tell. It's an opaque wall of fire. I don't know if you can really tell. Ray cast the spell, so I feel like he probably got the best glimpse out of everybody. And you're all the way on the other side, and you're in the midst of some crazy bullshit. You were here, by the way. Sorry. But you did not get moved by the Susu. Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and stabby stab with the rapier to the one up top.
Okay.
Fuck.
That's a natural 1. Moonbrook, you go to strike with your rapier, and as you do, unfortunately, you strike out with your rapier, and the kobold that you are fighting knocks it from your hand. Roll me a D2, please. That's good. It fell next to you.
Okay. Cool.
But it was knocked from your hand, unfortunately.
It's like one of those well, shit. I'm going to. Damn, they're gonna get opportunities of attack on me, man. I'm gonna have to do it though. I'm a double down dodge, and hope that my rogue bullshit saves me.
Don't you have disengage?
Yeah, that's what I'm. Well, disengage will only take me. Will it take me my full movement?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. Disengage out of this. Look, get me out of here.
I will say though that it is. I believe it is an action to pick up a weapon.
Yeah, that shit can stay there. I'm gonna,
That's fair.
I can only go.
Yeah, fuck that, man.
And this is behind me, so she's blocking the way. Right, so. unless you go.
No, you can go through.
You
your
can
own
go through
people.
a friend, yes.
All right. Move out of the way, love.
Just like sidle up against the wall.
Yeah, so just to be clear, the way that this works, the actual mechanic here is your disengage is its own action, and then you're using your move action to move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You manage to sort of dip out. You see your rapier, like this thing is, it's so strong, like it's shockingly strong. The thing is a small creature, but it is imbued with these red eyes, and you can tell like it was draining the life from you, and it has this sort of magically imbued strength. So this, like, you went to strike with your rapier, and it just like batted your wrists so much harder than you thought. It was like getting hit by a piece of metal on your bone. Like if you've ever had like a piece of metal make contact with like a bone, it's the weirdest feeling. It's like it's bypassing your body and hitting your bone straight. Like it's so painful, and that's what it felt like. But you managed to get out of the way, dripping blood as you move.
And basically, she like as she's running away, she's slinging her own blood everywhere. Bless.
Okay. Sheppy.
At the start of Cheppy's turn, she's no longer invisible, and she pops up next to Teriel, and she's holding her shoulder. Don't let them bite you! They hurt really bad! Cheppy feels weird! And she is going to see the wall of fire in front of her and jump back 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. She's getting movement to there, and she's going to attack in at this kobold here with an Eldritch Blast.
Unfortunately,
there
are some attacks of opportunity coming your way.
The wall is opaque, so they can't see me.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Just
However,
like we can't see them?
However, they have special bullshit.
Fuck. I'll still do it anyways. I have to get out of there.
Gotcha. All right. Pack Tactics still takes effect, unfortunately.
Yep. Ouch.
Okay. Good luck. 2 attacks of opportunity headed way. A 20 from the first bite. Hits.
That's a hit.
And that is for 8 piercing damage and 7 necrotic damage. And 7 necrotic damage is what your max HP is reduced by, as this creature bites you and sucks the life out of you. And even though you can't see it in the fire, its wounds are healing. And I believe you're throwing an Eldritch Blast. Oh, I'm sorry. There is one more coming your way.
There is 2.
Yeah. Sorry. A 17.
That's a hit.
For 5 piercing and 2 necrotic damage, and 2 of your max HP is also drained.
Am I taking, is the 2-7, am I taking that from my HP total as well right now, or is that just going from my max HP?
Your HP total, yeah. It's 2,
Okay,
it's
sweet.
like 2 necrotic damage, and it hits your hit point total as well. It's so bad.
Yeah, it hurts.
Yep.
I'm so glad I casted aid.
Okay, Cheppy, your Eldritch Blast was aimed at this one. Is that correct?
That is correct. While Cheppy's looking out that way, can she see anything in the background? Or would she have seen something while she was over there?
You gotta check something.
I don't know how bad people are looking, by the way.
Yes, you would have, Cheppy. You see something climbing on the ceiling. And it is about... And this is pretty much for Cheppy only right now. It's right there.
Okay. The first Eldritch Blast hits with a 25.
That is correct. This one...
15 force.
15 force damage. Your Eldritch Blast connects particles of golden butterflies smack into this kobold.
All right, next attack. She's gonna look back in the distance and just seeing this horrid thing just throw one long and shoot at the one that's climbing on the wall.
Okay.
18 to hit.
18 is a hit. Actually, hold on. Sorry, let me just double check that. The one on the ceiling you meant?
Yes.
Yes, that is a hit.
12 force damage.
Alrighty.
All right, and before the end of Cheppy's turn, she's just gonna yell out, "Cheppy's dying! There's something in the room over there, and it's really, really bad! We've got to kill it!" And that is her turn. And she looks like she is in agony.
She's bleeding, and there's like black veins sticking out on her skin wherever you can see where some of her clothing has been torn and she's been bitten. And, yeah, that's rough. All right. Teriel.
God, it's hard being a paladin. Okay, so he's gonna look at Cheppy and he's gonna get
Teriel
really
needs
upset.
like an AFI t-shirt with that slogan on it.
Yeah.
Too holy for this shit.
Yes.
Like he's tossing his fringe. Like
I'm getting too holy for this shit.
All right. He's gonna notice that. He's gonna finally notice Cheppy and see she's looking really bad. And he's going to say, "Oh!" He's gonna rip a piece of his shawl off and speak, enchant some things, throw it up. It's gonna turn golden and burst into leaves and land on top of her, himself, and Velen as he casts Aid.
awesome. Now, this will not stack with Mortis's aid.
But they probably burned through that aid because
I mean, wait, who did he cast it on though? Who
I
only can cast it?
I cast on a bunch of people.
I didn't burn it through.
I don't even remember him casting.
Oh,
it. Was
right.
that like last episode or something?
Oh, that's a good.
Yeah, it was during this day.
If you're,
Because it's
if
an
you're-
8-hour cooldown.
8 hours have not elapsed yet.
but
Oh,
if your
okay,
maximum is reduced,
But your max is being reduced right now, so it is burning my aid. So that is good to cast aid now.
that's
It's not on
interesting.
me.
But
Yeah,
do we have any dots on people that have aid or anything, or do we know who it was? Because
I have 8. I know
I
that.
think I had it.
maybe that was the blue dot. Then
I don't think I did because I'm only now really taking damage.
sorry,
Yeah, I have it
didn't know
'cause I
this
have
was
it
a thing.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yes.
It works. It also really works here because we're getting our max eaten away at. It works still.
Right, all right.
Let you guys figure that out. I cannot keep track of your
did
character
anybody
sheets.
make
Yep.
notes?
Yep.
I had it already, and I
Okay.
haven't
too.
burned through it yet. Yeah.
There's only 2 of you, and then Mortis. I'm sure you cast on yourself, right?
I don't remember. I
cool.
would have. No, I don't think I did. I would have put it on.
All right.
Oh no. I did cast it on myself.
Okay, cool. All right, so keep notes, please. This will be on Teriel himself,
Yeah.
Cheppy, and
I do.
Moonbrook. And-
You have to open up Notepad or something just to keep track. Whatever works for you guys.
Yeah, guys. Oh, there's a notes in your sheet as well under bio. So, okay, so I'm just gonna write this down. 8 on Cheppy, Moonbrook, and himself. Okay.
So this is each target's maximum hit points increased by 5, or were you casting it at a different level?
How
many spells?
Oh, yes.
Yes. So what level spell is it?
It'll be a level 3. It'll be cast. Well, it's a level 2 spell, but I'm gonna cast it at level 3.
You have a level 3 spell slot?
I have 2.
All right.
Yep.
Awesome. So, because you're casting at level 3, then you get an additional
10,
5.
right?
Yeah, so 10 points.
I love you so much, man.
That's why I asked.
Thanks.
All right.
I was looking at it, but I didn't know. All right, so there we go. So yeah, so
your
the
action?
leaves are just gonna land and cover on Cheppy and them and give them that. And for a bonus action, while he's doing this, Teriel's gonna feel some darkness creep back inside of him, and then cast as a bonus action Spirit Shroud. First is going to be dark and it's going to come from the ground and then surround him, and he's kind of like, oh. Then they'll turn gold and act as guardians around him. And at first he's going to be afraid because he thinks that he's lost his way once again, but he's going to notice this dead is more of a holy spirit than a necrotic spirit, and they're going to turn from a dark, misty, purple black into gold radiant beings surrounding him.
We see these beings cling to Teriel. Moonbrook, as this happens, it's almost like you can feel this happen as you see these spirits cling to Teriel. You see tethers into the earth all about Teriel. And you feel this strange glowing light as this radiant fire travels up these tethers and begins to encircle Teriel.
I think my soul trinket in my pocket starts to vibrate because it wants to go, but I can't.
And let's just say the radiance, what turned these ghosts or these shrouds into radiant was the absorption of bless on the targets that had bless. Sorry.
Oh, totally cool. Yep.
We'll remove your yellow dots there.
All good.
For the bless. And, all right. So this, till the spell ends, any attack you make, Teriel, deals 1d8 extra damage when you hit a creature within 10 feet of you. This damage is which type? I'm assuming I know.
It's gonna be this is gonna be radiant.
All right.
Yeah, the other two don't make sense, but yeah.
This light, this golden light, reminiscent of what it looks like when Cheppy attacks, encircles Teriel, and almost for a moment, anybody nearby sees what look like arms and hands for a moment clinging to Teriel, this golden, ethereal, radiant light. Is that it for your turn?
No. So as the hands cling to him, his eyes glow radiant, and he stares at the one that attacked Cheppy, and he is going to also, in addition to a creature of your choice that you can see at the start of its turn in 10 feet of you, have its speed reduced by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. And if I hit these creatures, they cannot regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Okie dokie.
So I don't know which one hit her. I think it was both, right?
Both. Yeah, so choose
Okay,
one.
so it'll be that one. Yep, that
Okay.
you just pinged.
Alrighty. Let's do a bleeding eye. There we go. Okay. Moonbrook.
So I'm going to take out my bow and arrow and I'm going to fire it at one of the little vampires. This one. I don't like you say so much.
Sorry, which one?
Because it makes me. I can't click on them. I don't know why.
Give me some sort of description so I can guess.
Click the arrow. Are you have the arrow selected on Roll20?
Yeah, the arrow's selected.
What is it near?
Okay, I was going to do the one with the eye,
Yeah,
but
okay.
why is everybody coughing and stuff? Okay, I'm still gonna shoot at it. I'm still gonna do it, okay? Because I don't understand what the hell's going on.
I don't know why they're coughing either. Okay, I'm also with you.
Me neither. I was just joining.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and shoot it.
Okay. 16 with your short bow. Sails and through the fire connects.
Cool, man. And I'm gonna do another shot at, because Teriel's right there, so sneak attack.
Okay.
I feel... Okay.
Oh, 20 sneak attack.
Jesus.
Wow.
I get
That
stronger.
is brutal.
I feel like Robin Hood over here. Like,
The
Moonbrook
arrow
totally was
sails
just badass.
through the fire. How do you kill it, Moonbrook?
It, like, she, like, rips off... I'm telling you, Robin Hood or Katniss Everbrooke. I don't know. She, like, rips off feather with her teeth and then, like, you know, knocks the arrow up, lets it fly, and it, like, stabs through the jewel and out the back. And then it, like, pings off the back. Like, there's some blood and some brain that follow it. And then it goes to the ground.
My God.
This creature slumps to the ground, sizzling, and a horrible smell is by you there, Teriel.
Love it.
Sorry.
Sorry, that was me, darling.
Making its way through your perfume.
Perfect.
So, is sneak attack
Utilize that perfume.
reaction or no?
I'm sorry?
Sneak attack's not a reaction, right?
No.
Okay, then I am going to, as I kill it and I see it fall down, there will be another little fizzle of a soul that I only see, and I'll snatch it out of the air, put it in my pocket.
Awesome. Okay. Alrighty. Let me just check on one thing. Sorry. So much special bullshit to keep track of. Okay. Mortis, it's your turn.
Okay. So, I know that there's a weird sometimes rule about bonus action spells. Can I cast a spell and then use my bonus action to cast another spell?
I've always been of the opinion that if you would like to use and consume your spell slots, that's all on you.
That's all on you. Okay, great. All right, perfect.
So the general rule of thumb is you are totally able to... it just depends really on the bonus action component, really.
All right, I will in this case. So, Cheppy, you ran past? Cheppy, you ran by to where you were, or did you teleport? You ran through? You ran in that space? Just narratively, it doesn't really matter.
She backdrop.
Yeah, okay, so you ran through the space where Booger was, and Booger sprays out forward. Actually, excuse me, I have to program this correctly. Mortis is going to hold his action until Booger goes, because I have to do it that way. And then Booger's going to go, and Booger's going to stretch out like a piece of gack, like, and then it's like this membranous part. You walk through it, splashes, and then it recoalesces in its space, and as it does, you hear it go. I think you hear in your mind or in the liquid that's just splashing around your face, Cheppy, hail. And then I'm going to cast Healing Word using Booger, but I'm going to do it at level 3.
Okay, 9 healing.
To heal you for 9.
Oh, you get max. So that is actually going to be 8 plus... I think still the 4. What the hell does that mean in the parentheses? 1 plus 3. Why is it 1 plus 3? 1 times 2 d4? What the fuck?
Who did that? Can I do that?
So I believe that this is 8. I think this is 12. If you're getting max. I think your max is 12 for that. If I'm not mistaken.
If I'm not mistaken as well. I am... Why would I get max?
Cheppy's got special bullshit.
Oh, hell yeah. So yeah, so 12. And then, thank you. So you get the 12, and then I think as I'm like looking and watching this happen, Cheppy then fires Eldritch Blasts, which are like these glittery fey lights over towards the, over off into the darkness, and says, I'm dying, that there's a thing over there. And then Mortis is going to look over, and then he's going to, I think he's going to then... Maybe he looks over towards Moonbrook as she's biting the arrow, and he does sort of the same thing, but he licks the arrow, and as he does, a bit of a green flaming slime starts to lick up from the top of it, and then he fires it, and he's going to do Fairy Fire and launch it onto this thing.
What the hell is going on? There's so much shit.
I Fairy Fire.
This is what happens once you pass a certain level in 5e.
God. He's like, I'm doing this, and then fucking Eldritch Blast go off. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
I was just using her Eldritch Blast as
what you did last round.
As a narrative.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, it's true. And this is so Fairy Fire. Oh, and I did not click that button. That's the one.
Eldritch Evocation.
So in a 20-foot cube here.
Okay.
Green violet light. Any creature in the area makes a dex. Yeah, they've got to make a DC save. They shed dim light in the 10 foot.
Oh, okay.
And
does not
all
work.
attacks. Balls. All right, so yeah,
23 on that
just
roll.
probably sprays off of the rocks next to it, but nothing happens. That's gonna be my turn.
Okay, crawling along this, the ice and stuff. These kobolds are still moving around. Most of them. This one up here by Nissa will go first. It gets into position to attack Nissa. Nissa, you're trying to like keep track. All the shit's popping off right near you as these kobolds now see Moonbrook gone. They focus their attention upon you, and they will try to bite you. First one with advantage headed your way. That's great.
Holy crap. Dude, play the lottery, please. Oh my god, play the lottery, please.
So 12 piercing damage to start.
Isn't it half?
It is. I'm going to rely on you to do that because I got too much shit going on. And a 6 necrotic damage headed your way. And it's always rounded down, by the way. 6 necrotic damage, which I believe is full. And that is drained from your max HP as you see more of these creatures' wounds begin to heal.
Damn it, they're healing! Ah!
The next one will strike out at you with its bite attack. We'll say that one probably took you in the leg somewhere, since you're so much larger than them. And this one... Oh! Another crit! This is for 10 piercing, and then 5 more necrotic damage. As more of your max HP is drained.
Oh my.
This is why I'm known as the GM of Doom. I'm sorry. This one in the fire is gonna GTFO. It will go here. Technically, Velen, you have an attack of opportunity.
I'm gonna go ahead and save it.
Okie doke.
What about me?
It looks like it is about to attack you, Teriel.
I don't get attack of opportunity? Poop.
You do not. It stays
It
in
didn't move out
melee
of your
range.
threat. If it moved out of your threat, you would have.
Huh? I'm so what?
If it moved out of the.
If it moved here,
Yeah,
if it moved there,
Oh.
But it was still
it
next
just
to
went
you.
diagonal.
I got you. Okay, cool. I didn't
So,
know that. Thanks.
yeah, this one looks like it's about to attack you. It's sort of like, dude, it's horrifying. It looks like some shit out of Blade, right? Like, it's all crispy and fucking toasty. It smells fucking horrible. It looks like it's about to strike out at you, and then, like, it opens up its ruined mouth, and you see fangs, like, regrow, and then it will fucking bite you.
It'll fucking bite you.
17 is a miss.
It's a miss.
It
Bites the shield.
Yeah, it just clamps onto the metal. You hear this like horrible scraping as it misses. Next up, the one right there will... probably just get the fuck out of the fire. It's a little crazy. Rushes towards the wall. Ariel, now you're gonna get an attack of opportunity. Oh, actually, no, this one can't move. Velen's got it grabbed.
Hey.
Oh, shit.
Grabbed it in the fire.
Oh, my God.
Does it hold it there? I don't think it holds it. Here, I'll go ahead and I'll paste the description. As much as I would like to keep it there.
Oh, the hand clings onto the target.
Mm-hmm.
And clings onto the target.
Yeah, no, so it just gives them disadvantage if they attack me.
Gotcha.
Starts pointing at it.
Yeah, okay, well,
So cool.
it's gonna sort of rush up the wall here. And in the process, Teriel, Velen, and Ray, you will have attacks of opportunity. This will be up to you how you'd like to use them. But it's trying to get the fuck
who
away.
Is it? Which one is it? If you can ping it, the one.
that one.
The one
that
in front of me.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm definitely going to take an attack of opportunity on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it too.
I've got Warcaster, which means I can do a single target spell.
Absolutely.
It's going to be...
But let's do this one at a time.
Yeah.
Velen was the first to roll, so I think she gets to go. She does her attack of opportunity here first. A 16 is a hit.
But I am unsure what my hand would do in terms of damage.
It's just your hand.
Or my wand or my book or something.
Oh, God. It's a D4. Roll a D4.
Yes.
All right. Come on.
Well,
Velen,
well.
how do you kill it with your hand?
Get the hell out of here. Slaps the
Now,
teeth.
to be fair, it's two different kinds of hands that do this.
Yeah.
No, double.
Hand to hand.
So the weird necrotic hand is like grasping tighter and tighter. The kobold's like freaking out, and it just sort of like it's on fire, you know? It's fucking on fire. It's all crispy and burnt. Its eyes have like popped and shit, and they're like regrowing, and it's fucking horrific. And it can't regrow. Like it's freaking out. It doesn't know what to do. It rushes towards the nearest wall to try and climb and get the fuck out of there. And as the hand is like crushing it, Velen just brings the fucking pain and smacks this thing. And it's so fragile at this point from the flames and the necrotic hand that you just slap its head off.
Damn.
Oh my word.
Well done. Well
Yeah, I
done.
think Tara will see that and be like, I'm not gonna badmouth her again.
Well done.
We all know that that's not true.
I just shoot a glance over to Teriel.
Like, oh,
You saw that, right?
yeah.
Okay, this next one by Velen and Ray. This one is probably going to do the same shit. Now, you don't have an attack of opportunity, Velen and Teriel, but Ray, you will.
So, this is interesting. I was gonna just use a cantrip, which is produce flame, but 'cause it's a spell. But I think, would it be a disadvantage? Because I'd be doing it as he's leaving, so I imagine he's still within range as I do it. It's single
Yes.
target. Yeah. Okay. So I'll just roll it again.
Okay.
Sorry. I get to roll a d8 with that as well.
Ray, you light this thing up. It is on fucking fire. It stops moving for a second, and it's like it's flaking, and it's so disgusting and burnt and crispy. It's like leaving behind charcoal bits of skin as it's running away. Basically, you can tell, and it just kind of stumbles and falls just outside the fire, and then stops. It lays there, and then it starts moving again.
Okay.
But that's going to be it for its turn right now. It is lying on the ground, twitching. We'll put that on there. But that's it for its turn. Nissa, it's your turn.
I'm gonna drink the health potion that I have handy here.
Okay. This is a Mortis patented product.
And I don't remember what I have to roll for that. I think it's like 2d6.
You would roll on my core page. No, it's not. Why?
Wasn't it like 2d6 plus 6 or something like that?
I think so.
It's a good chunk. I just don't know why it's not here.
Did it get deleted in the Great Purge?
It may have been. Oh, there it is. It's 2d6 plus 6.
So
Nice.
And you get the benefits of a lesser restoration.
Thick.
That's cool.
very cool. So that would be
16
total. Okay.
And you say lesser restoration. Let me take a look real quick, because that might be a big deal.
I posted it for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
That helps. Nope.
Blinded, deafened, paralyzed, poison.
That's just for the
Nissa.
condition. It's a disease as well.
And disease.
Nissa, you regain your max HP total. Now, that's not your. It doesn't affect your current, but it does
Right.
affect your total.
Ooh, baby.
Cool.
It changes the entire rest of how I play Mortis.
So this is
night forward.
So this is a bonus action. I like to count potions as a bonus action.
Okay. I drink and I go.
That changes things.
Oh, that's good stuff.
So
Thanks,
chunky.
Mortis.
Uh-huh.
I roar.
Literally what I built my
to get
character
my 3 hit points back, and so does the Susu if you lost them.
Like
And
chocolate flavored ketchup.
You're welcome.
Like some.
Is it within 5
some
feet or 10
pudding
feet?
floating in some ketchup.
Is the +3 for within 5 feet or 10 feet?
I don't know who
The
you're
storm
asking
aura.
and
Ten
or
feet.
what
Storm
the
aura.
question is.
Nissa.
Nissa.
Yeah,
I
the
think
storm
it's
aura, the +3 for,
Within 10
is that-
feet.
Yeah.
10
Oh,
feet.
so
Okay,
so
thank
you
you.
get it too, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good thing.
Good. I want to try something ridiculous.
Such a thing has never been done before.
Okay, so me attacking them is just not doing a whole lot. So I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
take
attack
my
us.
rope. I want to take my rope and try and like lasso the 2 that are in front of me to each other.
So
Can we
ready
do
for
that?
Cowboy Nissa. Let's do
Yeah,
this.
yeah. This is great.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
roaring.
They're not dying. I'll just keep
We
them
see like
together.
Moonbrook in the background. There's like an eyebrow that goes up, like,
Hello.
like, oh shit!
They didn't know I was into it.
Vampires, edge dragon.
Ropes.
Yes. And I
All
like
right,
look.
so-
I
I
like
know
look
that
over my
knot.
shoulder at her and smile.
I think what this will be, this is definitely going to be a dex-based thing because this is a sleight of hand. Let's say sleight of hand. Okay, a 17 is absolutely a hit. So which one were you trying to... we're going to say this is the essentially a grapple kind of thing.
Yeah.
A
I guess the
twofer.
one right in front of me.
Okay.
I want to stop it from attacking us if possible,
Well-
or maybe get disadvantage.
So
or
what
something.
will happen is you actually stop its movement, but you won't be able to stop it from attacking, really.
Okay.
Okay? That's
take
what
it.
grapple does. Now, what I will say is if you try to further take advantage of the situation, maybe something else could happen. We'll see. But for this turn, that's what you got.
What if, hear me out, Whack, what if she gets the choice of arms, like attacking, or movement? Where it's like, it can run around, but it can't attack, or it can attack but not move. Is that choice available?
No, because it's not attacking
Okay.
with its arms.
Okay, got it.
So hear me out. No,
Velen,
you're gonna gag him.
All right. So Kevin called out the one that's creeping over in the back. Yes.
I'm sorry?
That gigantic. Chevy
your
called
mic
out that
is-
new enemy, right?
Your mic is a little wonky.
It's wonky.
Yeah, it almost feels like it's being heavily compressed.
Testing.
It
Testing?
sounds like... Oh, say it again.
Is it still the same?
Yes.
Yeah.
You might be on the wrong mic on clean feed. I don't know if you have a secondary mic. If you click on the gear in clean feed, you can see.
Testing.
Yes.
Better.
Oh, we're better. Okay, cool. I just swapped it midstream. That's so weird.
Perfect.
Okay.
Now she
So,
has
It
a mic
actually,
she doesn't know
to be
about.
fair, I think it was happening in the beginning, and I just didn't say anything.
oh, and nobody told me. How dare
And no
you.
one
I was
told
going
you.
to tell you,
Oh
but
my
I thought you were
God,
too
that's
far
so
away from your
embarrassing.
mic. Sorry.
No,
It's
you
like when
sound
someone
great.
has something in their
Sound
teeth
great.
and you're like,
Look
do I
a
let them know?
plebeian. Okay.
Or let them know they've
okay,
got something in their teeth.
So, Cheppy told us about the one that's all the way in the back, yes?
She did scream
where's
something about
that?
that, yeah.
Okay, so, I am gonna go ahead and just creep up a little bit to get a better vision of it. And I'm gonna go ahead.
What?
And Velen's gonna cast Ray of Enfeeblement at it, which it's going to go ahead and need to make a Constitution saving throw, I think?
Okie dokie. Again, this is the creature crawling on the ceiling. Alrighty. Ray of Enfeeblement.
Swear to God, Mac, if you say it licks it, I'm done.
This is really good.
So we need a ranged spell attack.
Oh, it is a ranged spell attack. Okay,
Yes.
my bad.
Bum, 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 bum.
Okay, and it's +6. Yes. That's 23 to hit.
23 is a hit.
Nice.
Now, the ray connects, basically. It connects with this creature that's moving along the ceiling. It's slower than it would be, so it's probably like an easier thing to hit. Okie dokie. And you can
Okay.
see the creature, like, sort of, maybe its muscles sort of, like, shrink a little bit as you hit it with this attack. Anything else on your turn?
Okay, so since I've only moved 5 feet, I'm gonna go ahead and move back. I want to stay within 10 of Teriel, but I'm gonna move up next to Mortis, and that'll be my turn.
Hey, Villain.
Hello, darling.
What took you so long?
We're in the middle of battle. Shut up.
Okay, all right.
All
Had a
right.
good time?
Ray, it's your turn.
All right. So I'm going to scream and Moonbrook. Moonbrook, can you shoot that one? Pointing sort of towards the fire and go, oh shit! And I'm going to turn the fire off. So I'm going to drop the fire wall. And I'm going to say that one. Pointing to the south. Then I'm going to hold both hands up. Well, I've got my staff, but I'm holding my hand up. And I'm going to cast Burning Hands at these two motherfuckers. Next to the Susu. And I get an extra D8 on that shit. So...
Is this red mark the halberd that's still on the wall?
Moonbrook's rapier.
Rapier.
So that's 17 fire damage, and they have to...
I'm sorry, that way?
It'll go
Nice.
in... Yeah, towards these two. It shouldn't hit Nissa. And
Okay.
Susu's fine, because he's fire. Let me open that up. Yeah.
That is a dex save. All right. 1, 2. 22 and a 14. The 22 and the 14 both succeed.
Okay, so it'll be half that.
Yep.
So,
Is one of them affected by my rope at all?
No. Unfortunately not. 17. So, okay.
oh really? Grapple doesn't affect dexterity.
Nope.
Interesting. Okay.
Wouldn't matter anyway. I used the first numbers. Actually, no, it would have. But
Yeah, it would have been
does not.
disadvantage for the.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
Okay. The fire blasts out from Ray's hands and engulfs these two kobolds for a moment. They sort of dodge out of the way of some of the flames, but it still kicks up on their backs as the fire cascades past. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna have the Susu shoot the guy in the back with flame seed. So let's see if he hits.
That's a crit.
Woo! For 3, 4, 8 damage.
Okie
8
dokie.
fire.
The flame seed shoots out. It's still sort of crawling along the ceiling. And is that it for your turn now, Ray?
That's my turn.
Okay. Crawling along the ceiling, this horrific gnoll vampire. Begins crawling at an increased pace and then bellowing from its chest. You hear this horrible cackle, and it emits a bone-chilling sound. Every single one of you must please make a wisdom saving throw. Please keep in mind your proximity to Teriel. 10 feet,
Which is
and you get a +4.
Velen and Ray and Moonbird.
Mortis and Cheppy are the only ones that do not have it.
5, 6,
Oh, wow.
17.
So do me a favor and add in Teriel's bonus, because I need to figure out who is getting hit by this frightful cackle. Okay.
Is this a magical cackle?
This is
Magic cackle.
Sorry, that sounds
Magical.
not. This is just a special ability. This is special bullshit.
Special ability.
Yep.
I'm going to scream, Ray! Wait, no. I'm going to scream, Moonbrook, cover your ears! And I'm going to use my Flash of Genius to give her +2.
Okay. This is considered a fear effect, though. All right, so let's see, Mortis
Yeah.
and Cheppy, you are frightened of this creature as it begins to continue its crawl along the ceiling.
Do you have text for what fright does?
It's frightened. It's a condition. So the frightened condition means you cannot move closer to the creature, and there's also something basically like if you attack the cause of your frightened condition, you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while it is within your line of sight. And you cannot move willingly closer to this creature. Okay. It will continue to move along the ceiling. And it will drop down right here. Your Susu will not get an attack of opportunity. It's within melee of all of them. Okay, it drops down in between Mortis, Velen, Nissa, and Ray's Susu. And then it will attack 3 times.
The Susu hit him last, so can I argue that he's pissed at the Susu?
You can argue whatever the fuck you want. I don't know if it gives a shit. Because it's already healed from the Susu's damage.
Oh, fuck.
It will instead go after what it deems to be the weakest, which will, in fact, be your Susu. With first, its bite attack towards your Susu. And this is just going to be a normal roll. A 10.
That's a miss.
Then it's 2 claws. Or I'm sorry, it's only 2 attacks. With just one of his claws. Yep. Ooh.
That's a hit.
17. Now, this is not for 12. It is for 6 slashing damage. And at the end of its turn, Its cackling will allow it to make a save against the Ray of Enfeeblement, which is now a con save. That's a natural 1. It stays on. So lucky. Okay. Cheppy, it's your turn.
Okay. I think Cheppy is going to... She can't move closer, but she can move farther away. So she's going to come down 5, 10, 15, move back here, and she's going to cast an Eldritch Blast at it at disadvantage.
Yes.
All right. She's going to hurl both of them at them with disadvantage for both.
Ooh. Natural 1 on the first one, unfortunately. Cheppy, you hold up your hand and it's shakily aimed towards this creature, and the Eldritch Blast sort of shoots, and it maybe goes 5 feet, and you're just too scared to throw your next one.
Don't let that thing hit you. Maybe we have to kill the big one first so the little ones are easier.
And that's her turn.
Teriel.
Well, gotta make a decision here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take away this threat that's in front of me, or yeah, I'm just gonna slash out at the one in front of me.
You are still juiced. You got the radiant juice.
Yes, I do. All right, the juice. All right, 13.
A 13, unfortunately, is a miss.
Okay. And I'm going to do it again. 14.
14 is enough. That is barely a hit.
Right.
Teriel, you strike at this creature, and as you do so,
get 1d8 extra damage on top.
How do you kill it, Teriel?
Yes. Do I get the... Okay, I'm gonna do it anyway. I think when Teriel goes, slashes it, the hand of the... one of the shrouds grabs onto the sword and glows it radiant and slashes through, and you see flames, and then the flames conceal into it and then burst into leaves and then burn up. And he stands over and he looks back and he's just like, get away from that thing! And that's it. Slashes it in half, flames will be there, and then it'll burn and then turn into leaves and then fall to the ground and kill the kobold.
Okay. Falls to this weird bloody ichor as this creature falls to the ground. This horrible charcoalish appearance at first, and then it sort of melts into this gross ichor. Is that it for your turn, Teriel?
Let me see. Yeah.
Wow,
yes,
Moonbrook is 45 of 0 HP. That's impressive.
I'm from the dead.
Okay. All right, Moonbrook, it's your turn.
Ray, you did point to the one in the south, right?
Yeah, the one that was running away.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. All right, I'm gonna go for that one, I believe. Even though...
Oh, wait a minute. He's on the ground, isn't he? He's prone right now.
It is on the ground, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's prone? Oh, bad. I'm gonna move over here and I'm gonna shoot at the big thing. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a step back though, because I need some space, some working space here. All right, cool. Shit. Okay, let's see this.
18 is a hit. The arrow connects.
Gotta do sneak attack with it.
Moonbrook, I would like to point out, as the arrow connects, you see that it definitely does not pierce as far as it should. The arrowhead probably barely sinks into this creature's flesh. Very tough, it appears.
That's fine. Oh, I'm still going to try to get it.
And your sneak attack. Okay.
16 is a...
Is that full
fail?
for sneak attack, or is it still
It's
considered?
not. It's not. It just means one of the die was the lowest. She gets many dice.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I have a lot.
But just for rules, does sneak attack, does that count as just the same damage type?
Same damage, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
But I'm also going to, because I hit on a sneak attack, I'm going to use a Wail from the Grave as another bullshit brouhaha thing. And I'm going to do it on the one that is prone. That's prone. Over
Okie
here.
doke. And can you spam your Wail of the Grave for us? Click that little...
I can.
That little bubble. There you go. Okay.
Forgot what it is anyways.
Yeah.
We'll have the number of sneak.
Okay, so what is your normal dice? So you get a 5d6. Always roll round down, so 2d6. Okay.
It's better than nothing,
So these, like, hands sort of emerge similar to the way that they did for Teriel. As you hear this horrible wail sort of envelop the area all around all of you. And this creature sort of, like, writhes around in pain, and it's still moving.
Yeah. Sorry, I tried.
Is that it for your turn, Moonbrook?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Mortis.
I look pretty.
This horrifying creature has jumped down and landed in between the four of you.
Yep.
And it is sending shivers down your spine.
Okay, I will, I think Mortis, as this thing jumps, Mortis is going to use, I'm going to wait until Booger moves, because I have to do that, and then Booger's going to go.
Sorry,
Yes?
this is my fault, so that's the only reason I'm going to have this happen. Cheppy, you would have technically been able to roll at the end of your turn to resist this effect, which is a wisdom save. Unfortunately, not good enough. Mortis, I apologize.
It's okay. I'm going to do my homunculus programming thing and go after, and hold my action until after Booger goes, but he goes after me, so I've got to do that. So Booger is going to move forward. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to use Booger as my spellcasting focus. So Booger's going to cast the spell, which is going to be, and what we're going to see is Booger grows in size for a moment and then compresses, and as Booger does, it spits out another bubble and or clone of itself about its size. It floats past Velen, and over Velen's head, or at least near Velen, I'm sparking a bunch of flint, and a spark lands on this bubble, catching it on fire as I'm going to then, as it floats onto the creature, and I'm going to cast Flaming Sphere at level 3.
Okay. Now, technically, you can't occupy the same space, but you can kind of ram it into that creature temporarily. So which way is it going to go?
As a bonus, yeah. You can move it as a bonus.
So I can, so I could move, like, Booger here.
Yeah, I don't think you get to do another bonus action, though, right? Aren't you using your bonus action right now?
I am using my bonus. Wait, I am not using my bonus.
Okay.
I held my action, so Booger goes. Booger could only do one thing, so he's not going to move. Booger's going to stay there. And then I can't cast a... Okay, I'm changing this because Booger, it's either the 2 extra damage if Booger does it, but I can't because I'll burn Velen, so I'll just do it myself. Mortis then, he inhales deeply and then starts tapping at his nostril for a moment, and then he starts blowing a big old snot bubble, and then when he does, he lights it with some of his flint. Flaming sphere comes forward almost like a combustion engine. It starts to then fly forward towards this creature as he rams it into the creature with going to be flaming sphere at level 3.
Okay. And which side are you doing it from? Top,
It's going to be from from top.
Okay.
Flaming sphere. My last flaming sphere slot.
Okay. Now, the reason that I ask which direction that you're doing this is because this thing's kind of hot. 5-foot circular of flames. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dex save. This includes friendly creatures. Just saying.
Okay.
Okay.
It's my first time using it. I'm a chaos goblin.
Alrighty. Okay, and this is a dex save. Okay. 26.
Well, you take half, okay? So you take the... Oh my god, I rolled minimum! You take half of 9
That's
fire
incredible.
damage.
That's incredible.
I'm so mad.
Now you know how Ray felt with his little lightning.
Oh,
Yeah.
right? Minimum damage.
That's so good.
Because it wasn't going to be an attack. I couldn't do it.
Or can I do it? I'm frightened of him.
You can.
Okay.
It's a saving throw, so it's not. There's no
Okay, it's not an
disadvantage
attack roll.
or anything. Yeah.
All right, wonderful. And then I do that. And then as my... That was my full action. And then I'm going to use my disengage because I'm a goblin as my bonus to move over here.
Alrighty. Okay. And you're leaving the sphere there, right?
Yeah, I'm leaving
Okay,
this
that was your
here.
bonus. Got it. The kobold vampire spawns are still staying on Nissa, I think, because they found a wonderful food source. They are eating you up. Let's see. This is going to be 2 bite attacks with advantage headed your way, Nissa. Oh my god, that's another crit!
Is that
Holy
3?
shit.
On Nissa
That's like
alone!
That's like 8.
There's been so many tonight.
And this is for 10 piercing and 3 necrotic. So 3 minus your max HP from the first attack. Second one headed your way is a 17. Is that a hit, Nissa?
Yes.
is your
hold on,
AC.
I'm confused. Yes, it's a hit.
So
wait, it's
so-
a 17, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So from that first attack, you took 10 piercing damage, which is 5.
Right.
And then 3 necrotic damage, which you took all of, and that lowered your hit points and healed this fucking kobold. Now, this second attack is a hit, and that will do 7 piercing damage, so that's lowered to 3. And 4 necrotic damage, which heals the kobold and lowers your max HP by 4 as well. More of Nissa's blood finds its way into this creature's circulatory system. And now it is the one down here. This one begins to regenerate. Nissa, these ones in front of you, like they've You can see their wounds keep, like, closing up. And the one on the ground starts to regain some shape. You see, like, ears growing again. You see, like, its eyes starting to, like, reform as it's, like, cringing on the ground. And it will stand up. Turns around and looks at you, Ray, and rushes towards you again. And it will open its mouth. You see two smaller fangs growing as it will try to bite you. And this one also has advantage. That's 21.
Yeah, it gets me.
8 piercing damage and 3 necrotic damage as it bites you and drains 3 from your max HP. And heals itself. You can see those fangs, like, growing longer. They're like... as you feel your blood, like, getting drained, probably from your shoulder area, your clavicle area, Ray. Latches on. And Nissa, it's your turn.
I don't know what to do. So tying that one up didn't really do anything. It just makes it stay put.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna forget about these two guys behind me. They're hurting me, but I'm not doing any damage to them. And this terrifying creature in front of me is it's the worst thing I've seen ever. So I'm gonna try to hit it with my halberd. I'm gonna again, so I get my 3 hit points back. And so does Velen and Susu and Ray. And I'm just gonna halberd this mofo.
Just so we have it, I'm just gonna put an aura around Nissa so you can see where that storm aura hits, and we'll make it a square just so it's easier here.
Thank you.
You're able to see that, right?
No.
No?
It's just 10 feet around her,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Oh, it's very light.
Okay, I'll make it a little bit brighter.
But is it 10 feet from Nissa?
It's a 5-foot radius, right? Or is it a 10-foot radius?
It's a 10 foot. I think it's a
10-foot radius, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just notate that I got it. I mean, I just put it on my 10 points.
There you go.
It's 3, right? Yeah.
Let me check, because I feel like it's a 5-foot radius, so it's 10 foot wide. I just got to double check.
It says the aura extends 10 feet from you in every direction, but not through total cover.
Never mind then. This is correct. You are correct. Okay. Nissa, which one were you hitting?
The one, the vampire,
daddy.
like the big...
The big one. Okay.
Bad, yeah.
Yeah. Nissa turns and swings with her halberd, sinking the halberd into this thing's flesh. Again, it's so much stronger than you're expecting, Nissa. It seems like the halberd should be cleaving this thing in two. It's not nearly as small as the kobolds, but it's smaller than you. And, well, when you get serious, you like to hurt stuff pretty good. And, yeah, it doesn't quite do what you're expecting.
Ah, damn it, I'm so angry. I'm just gonna hit it again.
Okay.
I don't have anything else, so...
16 is a miss. It's the first attack, like, cleaves into this thing. It turns towards you and dodges out of the way of the next halberd strike.
Ah, damn it! That's
Okay.
it for me.
Velen.
Okay, I have a couple of questions. So also, am I sounding okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So for the first things first, would I be able to differentiate whether or not the creatures we took out already would count as a corpse?
You actually aren't sounding okay. I think it's still a little bit compressed.
It's a tiny wobbly, but it's better than the other one, that's for sure. It's a little wobbly, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. It's not a big deal. It's not,
Okay.
it's not a big deal. Don't stress
Yeah,
out.
it's probably the Goex Solar then. All right. But yes. Were you able to understand that at least?
Yes.
Okay.
Questions?
Well, the question was basically, would I be able to differentiate whether those corpses would be something that are actually applicable to my anime dead?
Tell you what, let's make a roll for it.
Okay.
Go ahead and just roll me a flat d20.
12?
Yes.
So I'd be able to... Oh.
Let's go!
All right. Well, then I'm gonna go ahead and let me see how many I can do with this. I'll paste it in the chat really quick for Animate Dad.
Ooh, it's a minute casting time?
Sick.
Target a skeleton, but how many?
You've got special bullshit as well for anime
Oh,
dead.
that's correct. I do have special bullshit.
We'd just like to point out that the spell is a 1 minute cast time unless you have something to reduce it.
Oh, yeah, no, never mind, I don't.
Damn,
Nope,
that's-
never mind
that
all
would've
of
been
that
cool,
then.
but that's-
Okay, yes, maybe later.
It's a 10 round cast.
Right. So
Scan?
then
Maybe
you know
Scan
what?
can help? Maybe Scan can help?
Scan, help me scan. No. Chill touch. I'm gonna cast chill touch on the big fucker.
Okay. A 13 is unfortunately not going to be enough. You reach out, and it somehow senses this hand trying to reach out and grab it. It like turns like its horrible red eyes towards you, and as the hand reaches out, it just kind of it backhands the hand, and it just sort of fades away.
My word, you're ugly. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna try to get away from it. Thank you. So I think it does get an opportunity attack, probably.
Yep, absolutely. It will try to
Moved out of the aura, no.
bite you.
Well, it's 10 feet, isn't it?
Yeah, but you're not 10 feet anymore, I don't think.
It's fine.
That's a natural 1.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Finally.
All right. So then I'll move 5, 10. Next mortar
Oh.
skin.
Okay.
You can't seem to get away.
That's my turn.
All
I
right.
have to stop meeting like this.
Ray.
Shut up, Cord.
Who's that? It's just you and me now.
Okay. Okay. Booger's in the way. Fuck. Teriel is there. Fireball's there. Fuck. Okay. I've got to disengage. And I am going to run. I'll run here.
Okay.
And
You disengaged, you said, yes?
yeah, I'm disengaging. Yeah. Which is my action, right? That's fine. Okay, so for the Susu, I am going to gonna move you a little bit, Nissa. So just go with it, and then I'm just going to teleport her to the other side of this big guy. I should drop some fire all the way around him.
Okay.
So it'll go to about right here. So Nissa will come along with.
Okay. Is the fire hitting
So
Terrio?
I'd be there?
No. The fire won't hit Terrio because it leaves a ring of fire.
Ah, gotcha.
And it's only within 5. It's only within 5. So that hits those 3.
Okay, gotcha. All right. We need some dex saves.
Which is a...
Thank you, Ray.
1d6 plus 4.
I'm so sorry. 2 successes. And... the large vampire? 3 successes.
So I'm not even going to roll, but that's fine.
They all somehow dodge out of the way of this fire that is generated by your Susu. Quickly, nimbly dodging out of the way. Is that it for your turn, Ray?
That's it.
The Knoll Vampire starts its turn, and you see wounds closing up. They are closing up as this creature sort of looks around. And it will... Oh, it's not... I'm gonna make a little check here. Let's see. Oh, it has advantage. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Ray.
Yep.
Make a... Make a stealth check for me.
Gotcha. 23.
Okay. Nissa, you see this thing, this bloody vampire thing, sniffing the air. A bit out of control, and it will look at you, Nissa, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. It should be a normal one. Uh-oh.
+4.
Oh, you do have +4. Okay.
Yeah.
That is a good thing. That is a good thing.
Thank you.
Beacon of hope.
Look, I love you, buddy. I did not go too far.
There's this like horrible look in its eye, Nissa. As you see it staring at you, you feel like you can see its blood, like the blood that is all over its face, like sort of, it almost looks like congealed, and like you wonder what kind of horrible stuff is in there, like it's biting, and like is that going into the people it's biting as well? Like what is that stuff? And you shake it off a little bit as then the creature will try to bite you.
It's like, speaking of my bloody mouth. Jesus.
23. Now,
shit.
it's not this damage. It's still enfeebled right now. So, you take 7 piercing, which will reduce to 3 for you. But the necrotic is all the way. So, 4 necrotic damage. So, your max HP lowered by 4, as well as your current HP, and it heals even more.
Damn it.
Does necrotic always drain max HP?
No.
Okay.
It's only special attacks that do that.
Cool.
And then it will attack with its claws. And that's a 20.
Jesus, man.
For 8 slashing damage, which is reduced to 4 and then reduced to 2. And now it will get a
Con save.
con save to break this enfeeblement. And that's a crit.
Oh, fuck.
Seriously, play it off.
You see its muscles sort of like bulk up again. And it will then move to this spot. Technically, the Susu will get an attack of opportunity if it would like to use its reaction.
Absolutely. 17.
Okay. Well, it's there's fire right next to it. It doesn't
How
like
dare
the
you.
fire.
Oh, thank you. That's so good. That's really great information.
Well, I mean, what does like fire, really?
Ray.
Okay, that is a hit with the Susu.
Ray likes fire.
Ooh.
Okay, is this just straight up 3 damage?
Just straight up 3 damage,
Okay.
yeah.
What kind of is blunt?
Yeah, this will be blunt. It's a wee little fist.
It's a tiny little slight scratch on the
I love it so
on this vampire. All right, Cheppy, it's your turn.
Seeing this vampire coming this direction, I think Cheppy's gonna move down here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Moving here. Even though she's still feared, she's going to still try to attack in at the big guy standing next to
I'm
Nissa.
sorry, I have to be a dick here. You were here. You were against the wall. You can't move closer to it. You can't go this way.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Was I here or here? I think I was here.
I think you were there.
Really, really awful spot for us.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
no.
Okay, so I guess instead I'm just gonna stay here and then throw the Eldritch Blasts in.
Okay.
First one with disadvantage.
So you're attacking this larger vampire, this Knoll vampire. Yes?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so disadvantage, yes.
Thank goodness we killed the shadows.
Oh, that's another natural one. Oh no, Cheppy.
Worst luck. We're having the worst luck.
All right, Cheppy, I'll tell you what. Roll me a D2.
Oh my goodness.
It's okay, I can take it. It's all right. Put me in, coach. Hit me in the back of the head.
You hit Mortis with the blast instead for 7 force damage.
Ow. What the hell?
Morty, I'm so sorry.
You hit this with an arrow, so this is...
What?
On the
Hey,
plus side,
You mind your own business, Ray.
on the plus side, Cheppy, you get a second attack this time.
Duck a little bit.
As she tries hurling another one over.
Ow.
Oh shit.
Ow.
Oh, 24
24
to hit.
is a hit.
Nice.
15 force damage.
Nice. You connect with this vampire. It's moving around this. It connects full force with the butterflies of doom.
Nissa, Teriel, stop it from getting close to us. Someone focus on the little ones. We just have to get it down.
Mortis
And that
has
is her
to-
turn.
Mortis has to make a Constitution saving throw for his fireball because he just got fucking hit.
thank
Yes, it's a
you.
con save, yes.
Thank you
Also, did
so
he make
much
his
for
whiz save
reminding
at the end
us.
of his turn for the fear?
23.
Oh, yes,
I
you are
haven't done
correct.
yet.
So, a 23 is, you keep the flaming sphere up, and Mortis, please make a wisdom save.
19?
You do succeed. You break the frightened effect that you had on you. Is that the end of your turn, Cheppy?
Nice.
It is. So Cheppy also gets to roll a whiz.
That's an 8, unfortunately. Cheppy, you are still frightened? Okay. Carria.
So, concentration breaks when you get hit with a spell or just hit in general?
If you get hit by anything.
Oh,
you have to make
you have to make a save. Okay.
If it's a concentration spell, you have to basically roll to keep the spell going.
Got you.
More than a year in, we're still learning the game. I love it.
Terrell's just like looking at the situation is not looking good. And he's just like, damn it! And in his head, he's like, I better not get yelled at for this. And he runs straight towards the vampire, and stands in its way, and pretty much he's gonna taunt it with his looks. I'm just kidding. And attack it.
Okay.
No,
the rolls
Why?
This is so bad.
Sucks, man. It's because I didn't get to play Lost Ark today.
That's it.
Oh no!
What the hell?
This is going to be one of those TPKs where it's like, Harry, the dice did it.
All right.
You did everything correct, just the dice.
Teriel.
Yep.
I think what I'm gonna say happens is you fall prone. As you rush over to attack this
super horrible
gnoll vampire, you fall prone. Now, you still have movement to stand up. It will probably take the rest of your movement to do so, and you still have another attack, technically.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Definitely gonna stand
Technically.
Up. See.
Get out of here.
Yeah, Terrence will be like, I guess he doesn't get flustered. He's just kind of like, he's not really worried about the vampire because one of his traits is he'll stare a hellhound down in his face, no problem what, but he's more worried about everyone else. So he'll stand up and he'll just kind of like take a deep breath and look towards the vampire and hopefully fucking hit this time. Take another attack.
We need a hero!
13, that's a miss.
Not happening on this turn, unfortunately. A 13 is a miss. Teriel, you sort of slip partially, like maybe your clampons don't sit right on the ice. They don't sit flush, and they're probably like on an angle, and you just like, and you just sort of swing offhandedly with the sword, and the vampire just kind of gets out of the way. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, that's it. I guess the important thing is he's in his face. Yep.
Clampons, by the way, for those listening, are shoes made of shellfish.
I thought you said tampons.
Okay.
Those are a different kind of shoe.
Moving on now.
Gonna move so I can get a shot off on the vampire bro. Let me take away an arrow. Yeah, she's gonna say, move a little, and she'll like then fire off her shot. Move a little. Duck your head.
Oh, me? No.
Whichever one.
I thought you're always talking. Everything's always talking about me.
I swear to God. Okay, thank you.
I just assume everyone's always talking about me.
The short bow sails past. You're just trying to avoid hitting your teammates and connect with this vampire. It just dodges out of the way of the arrow, though.
Son of a bitch. Alright, then we're going to...
Actually, that's not far off the truth.
It's really not. Well, fuck. That's all I could do, so...
Mortis.
Yes? Oh, yeah, so it is. Okay, balls. Okay, oh boy. Okay, so I'm gonna, move. My movement. And I'm not scared anymore. Because I'm a brave boy. I'm gonna run over here.
Brave boy.
And then I'm gonna, while I'm running, I'm gonna take out one of my poison bolts and hope that I can do something. And I'm going to then knee slide like a boss on the icy, and it's like, because it's like rivulets of the smoothness, and I slide to a halt, and then I turn and I aim down the sights and I fire.
Mortis sort of like loads up the bolt like he's doing a power slide with a guitar, you know?
Yeah.
And the crossbow is the guitar.
That's it. That's exactly what happens.
22 is a hit.
22. Wonderful. And make a Constitution save, please, unless you're immune to poison.
And you're aiming for the vampire?
the vampy boy.
Okay. 17.
Okay, I like that. This is DC 7. Okay, you suck. All right, great. But
Okay, so 6 piercing. Does the poison still work if I make the con save? Do you still take? Does it still take the poison damage?
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, I think it takes the damage, but it doesn't get the disadvantage, right?
Nope. It has to make the or take the D8. Yeah, so it doesn't take the poison.
Oh wow.
Balls, but I have a poisoner. Did I roll it? Okay, I'm a poisoner, which means, or I'm sorry, a piercer, which means I can. It's a feat I have. Piercing damage. I could roll one of the. I can re-roll one of the attacks. Do I want to do that? What do I have? A 2. I'm gonna re-roll that dice.
Okay, D8.
With a
Excellent.
6.
Okay, so that does some more damage.
That does more damage. I do the more damage.
You will notice though
so
that the
9,
the bolt
10
does not sink as far as it should into the creature.
Okay, fine, 5 damage.
Is that it for Mortis's turn?
And then I will use, excuse me, hold on. I'm going to also use my Fury of the Small during that attack, which means I can add more damage to it.
Okay.
Which is another damage dice.
All right, so another D8.
No, I'm sorry. Equals my level, so it's 9 more damage.
Okay.
So it's
Do you
14
still have your
total.
bonus?
What bonus?
Do you have
Which
your
one?
bonus attack?
My bonus action? I do, yeah. And then I'm going to move the Flaming Sphere over.
I didn't know if that took that up. Are those reactions?
Nope, those were just me being awesome.
Special. Okay, fine.
And that was me moving, attacking, and then now my bonus is to then scoot the ball over
That's so much.
to like here.
Okay. And the I think you get to hit this creature with it right away with the bonus action, so it has to make a save now and at the end of its turn if it stays there.
Okay.
Okay. And this is a dex save?
Dexterity, yeah.
Okay.
A dexterity save.
20.
Scrolling up.
Dodges out of the way of the...
Motherfucker.
Dodges
Take
out of the
half.
way. Does it?
Fire, right?
I love that as the justification. It's fire,
Well,
right?
It's fire, right?
It should.
It's usually fire that does it. See where? Oh my God, there's so much text.
Yes, there is.
On a failed save, half
damage.
as much. Yeah,
Okay.
half.
What
for
was
fire?
What was the damage?
It is. This is 3. 3 fire.
Did you roll it again?
Oh no, that's my piercer. I'm sorry, I didn't roll it.
Yeah. I didn't roll.
Things are happening, level 9.
This is what happens once you get past a certain point in 5e. There's just like so much shit that every character can do. It's like, but wait, I've got more bullshit. Okay. Now, 13 fire damage. Okay. Very nice.
That was a good chunk of damage.
Okay.
If only he wasn't resistant to piercing.
More of this fire sort of bleeds out. Where are you moving this thing? Is it just going here? Where?
Right here.
Okay. Sure you don't want to move it right next to Nissa or Teriel? Maybe in between?
I feel like I've burned this enough this adventure.
No, thank you.
All right. Is that it for your turn, Mortis?
I moved. I did 24 points of damage, and I did a bonus action. Yep, that's it.
Okay. The kobold vampire spawns. Still kicking. Begin to rush forward.
Is that one at the top still tied? Because I left my rope there when I got teleported.
If you left your rope there, then I think it just gets to get out of it. It won't even have to do a save. If it was moved, then the rope just falls and it just gets to move. That's kind of the only thing that would happen, really. You have to, like, to do any sort of... That's the way the grapple works. It's like you have to keep the grapple going, and then whatever you have grappled doesn't get to move. So...
Because I couldn't have held on to it when I got teleported, could I?
I doubt it. Either the rope would get cut off, or you'd have to let go.
Yeah. Okay.
I imagine that there was just like a, like a bit of fire that like was, at the end of the rope, and it just kind of fell to the ground. But the vampire spawn will move, and they are gonna just probably sniff the air and rush. I think they're gonna rush that way, heading towards you. This one is gonna get there first, and it does not have pack tactics. Oh no, it does, because the vampire is there. Never mind. It will try to bite you, Nissa. A 15 is probably a miss, though.
That is a miss, yes.
Okay. Finally. The next one rushes forward, and let's see who it attacks. It will go after the Susu with a bite attack. That is a 21.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Gonna hit for 6 piercing and 8 necrotic. Which I think, unfortunately, knocks out your friend. Your little buddy.
He goes...
But the vampire had a great little meal. And it's gonna heal for that damage. The necrotic damage. 8 necrotic damage. More wounds begin to close up on this kobold. And then the one down here... Let's see. It's got a new tasty friend. It's going to rush over to Mortis.
Hello. Hi. Hello.
Rushes on over to Mortis. You can see, like, parts of its, like, blackened flesh are starting to, like, heal over already as it rushes forward towards you, Mortis. You can see it healing
why don't you
up.
Come and join me over here. Please, Valen. Get this off me.
Nope.
I gotta just check one thing real quick.
Damn it.
Oh, man. Oh, it's so many of its wounds are healing. Oh, my God.
What's my third character gonna be?
So close to death, too.
Okay. Yeah. This one will try to bite you. It does not have advantage, though, Mortis.
Yeah, get
12 versus your AC. I assume is a miss. Tries to gnash out at you, Mortis. Just kind of, there's like a little fart noise, and he dodges out of the way. Okay. Nissa.
And does that count as perfume? Does that count as perfume?
Definitely in Mortis's eyes.
So there's a chance.
I'm gonna try my breath weapon.
Ooh, okay.
On the 2 of them.
All right.
The 2 little guys.
Nissa takes a deep breath.
And I go, "Arr!" and this like cone of frozenness comes out in front of me and hits them.
The frost from Nissa's breath weapon. There it is. Kicks out. And what kind of a save is this? Con save, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Con save.
And it's a cone, or is it a line for yours?
It's a cone. Like it's a 15-foot.
Okie doke. One, two. 2 fails. Okay, and let's see. Your raging cold breath. Does your damage increase? Hold on, we gotta check on that real quick. Maybe that did not increase. I feel like it increases after a certain amount of time.
It does. It's 3d6 at 6th level. The next one's at 11.
Yeah. Okay, so roll another d6, please. You gotta fix your breath weapon. Okay. Well, listen, that 1 point of damage you know, it might matter. Okay? Okay, so cold damage radiates out from Unissa and deals some nice damage.
And me and Terry will get 3 temp hit points.
Doke.
Oh, I get it too. Well, I've got it.
Oh yeah, you get it too. You do get it.
That might also make a difference. We'll see. These vampire spawn are not so nice. Is that it for your turn?
Yes.
Okay, Velen.
All right, you already know what I'm gonna do.
I still need to ask.
I know. Velen's gonna go ahead and contort her hand again and attempt to cast Chill Touch at the big boy.
Mm-hmm.
That's an 18 to hit.
An 18
It'll happen.
is a hit.
Nice.
Thank you.
The Chill Touch hand grabs. You see the creature starting to like tear at itself to try and rip the hand off, but it can't seem to do it this time. And please, this is 7 necrotic damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Is that it? 2d8. Yeah. Okay. All right. You can see these like black veins sort of grow out along this creature's flesh as the Chill Touch hand grabs it. Wherever it's making contact, these veins are sort of like sticking out on this creature's skin. Is that it for your turn, Velen?
Yeah, that's gonna be it.
Okay. Ray, it's your turn.
Okay, I think as you see the Suzu disappear, I put my hand out. I'm like, no, you're not done yet, and you're gonna see it like go into a like a puff of soot, and then it's gonna reform back as I cast. Or I do. Yeah, I summon him back. So he's back in there.
Okay. You should be able to drag him onto the field.
Yeah, I did that. Also, I have to fix this, whatever it's called, but I'll get that in a minute. Okay, and I'm going to put him right there. And then he's immediately gonna, because my turn's over, and I'm gonna use fiery teleportation. I'm gonna bring him over to 1, 2, 3, 2, right here. I'm gonna bring him there.
All right.
Let's see.
And this is deck saves for the 2 kobolds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fail. And a success.
So 5 fire damage.
Alrighty.
He's
Is that it for your turn, Ray?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. This time, the wounds don't seem to close on the vampire for some reason. And, it sort of looks down. Looking around between, Teriel and Nissa. It looks at Teriel. You see it, like, look at you for a second. It, like, rears back its head as, it seems to smell something pleasant towards Teriel, and it doesn't like that.
Paladin poots.
I feel like I should have. Well, never mind. Damn it.
Let's see here. It will. I think it's gonna move this way.
Fuck.
Stop it. Stop moving.
And will then attack Ray. With a bite attack and then claws. A 10 is a miss on the bite attack, Ray. And then the claws is a 24 for 12 slashing damage. It sort of looks down at the blood. And that is it for its turn. Chappie.
All right. Cheppy's still feared, but she can move up 1 to get a better angle. She's going to hurl in 2 more Eldritch Blasts at this guy.
Okay.
14 for the first one.
That is a miss. The Eldritch Blast sails past.
Everybody duck as Cheppy sends in another Eldritch Blast.
Oh my god!
Bruh.
Why?
I said
No! Another natural 1. Oh.
This is rigged.
Okay.
Right? This is so bad.
We're all dead. We're all dead. And I blame Whack.
Don't blame ourselves.
Let's
It's
see,
our role.
what can I penalize Cheppy with
I'll never
this
blame us.
time?
I'm writing an angry
think-
letter to roll 20.
I think you're gonna go ahead and hit one of your friends with this one again, Cheppy. Go ahead and roll a D3. Teriel, you are hit from the side by 9 force damage.
Ooh.
All right. Let's see what happened now.
Teriel, it was just a love tap.
Love hurts. All right. How much? 9? Jesus.
9 force
okay.
damage.
Oh my
That's
god.
a low roll. Be thankful.
Oh no. What do you mean with 28?
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Is that it for your turn, Cheppy?
That is it for her turn.
Teriel.
Alright. Teriel's going to stare down this monster. And I forgot to do this last time, but he is now under the effects of the Spirit Shroud. Where he can't, he has his movement speed decreased. And Teriel's gonna slash out and not do a critical fail.
24 is a
24.
hit, buddy.
All right, thank goodness. And we're gonna add the
Love to see it.
1d8 on top for 5 extra damage.
Okay.
Just
And this is
that's
still
it.
radiant damage, correct?
100%. Yep.
All right.
Yeah, we have it for another 8 rounds.
Yes. Let's keep that going.
You see Teriel strike out, and Teriel, as you hit it with a longsword, you see your longsword dig a deep furrow in this creature as you feel it strike true.
I think that at this point Teriel's gonna smile and try to dig deeper.
You still have another attack if you'd like to use it.
18.
An
Yep.
18 is a hit.
Let's go. Oops.
Yes, please.
And I'm gonna do mill damage. Come on, baby, give me an 8. Let's go!
Teriel, strike after strike, imbued by this epic radiant damage. You feel the sword sever and tear through this creature, dealing massive damage in the process. And you see blood and ichor hit the ground, the creature recoiling in pain. Is that it for your turn?
Yes. Nobody's in touch range. Oh well. Yes.
Oh, yes.
that's
Cheppy,
it.
do a whiz save. Yes, sorry. 16 is a success.
Finally.
You are no longer feared,
Are
Cheppy.
you sure? I thought it was disadvantage on saves as well.
Oh, you might be right. Hold on.
Let me take a look. Let me
sorry.
take a look. It is attack ability checks and attack rolls.
That is not a save.
Ooh.
So
That's not
it
a
is just a
save.
16.
Yeah, Cheppy's no longer feared.
Nice.
Okay. Teriel, I'm sorry. Was that it for your turn?
Yeah, that's it. Nobody's in touch range. So yeah, I think he's just going to look at it and feel empowered as the shrouds are ripping at it.
Absolutely. Moonbrook, it's your turn.
Moonbrook takes a step back. Hello, Velen. And she'll knock another arrow and go ahead and let her rip and get rid of it.
Why is everybody giving me attention today? This is so weird. I'm just in combat.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. Smites are not concentration, some of them. Some of them are instant.
Oh, really? Because all the ones I was looking at, well, the ones I have ready are...
Okay. You smiting that all the time?
Okay.
Yeah.
Moonbrook, a 25. Who are you aiming at? What are you aiming at?
At the big boy.
Okay, 25 is a hit.
And I've got my friends there, so I'm going to sneak attack that bastard.
Okay.
Minor comments. Oh, wow. It just looks scary because it's red.
Okay, with the arrow sort of sinking in, probably into this like creature's face, like it like sticks through part of its cheek, and it's like horrific. It's so weird because you're expecting the arrow to go so much deeper. Like you've seen the arrow decapitate a fucking baby yeti and do horrible things. You know what your arrows can do. You feel good about it. It's how you sleep every night. But in this case, it doesn't quite sink as deep as you're expecting.
So, well, damn it. So I'm frustrated. So I'm just going to go ahead and as soon as I do that and I see that it doesn't sink in, I'm just going to go throw my hand out and throw the whale on this one in front of Mortis.
Okay.
Thank you, Juke.
Okay, so roll 2d6, please.
Fuck you, man.
Okay. Roll 2d6. Come on. All right.
The scream echoes through as you see this horrific wail of the dead strike this creature. It like holds up whatever the ears that are like regrowing, like you're watching the ears regrow, and it just like covers its ears and seems to recoil in pain. Is that it for your turn, Moonbrook?
Yeah, that's how I feel too. The screaming from the inside. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, Mortis.
Okay, it's me again, your boy Mortis, checking in here from the south of the cave hole. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna aim my crossbow, but of course one of these bolts are gonna be poisoned as I line it up and I fire. Wait a second.
At which creature?
Oh wait, I'm not doing this. I'm gonna wait till Booger moves. And then I'm gonna do it. Okay, so now Booger move. Because I have to do that. Booger moves here. And then I'm going to act. And as my bonus action, I'm going to use Booger to wait a second. Yep. Spread out again like a big piece of slime or gack, and it just envelops over Ray's head for a second. And then you hear in your mind, heal. And then I'm going to give you healing word.
I don't know if I want to.
Why is it so uncomfortable? I feel good.
Just let it
I don't
happen.
feel right.
And this is gonna be this. For 5.
I'll take that.
Plus 2 because I'm using my spell focus as a Booger. So it's 7.
Okay.
And then
Thank you.
Yep, no problem. I scream from the other side of the cave.
Except it's still echoing through Booger, so it's like, no problem!
Exactly. And then I wink over at you, but to you it's just a blink because I have only one eye. But then I look up through my sights and I fire. And then towards the thing. With my thing. Poison again. Huzzah! For a 12?
12 is a miss.
Motherfucker.
The bolt sails past.
Okay. Well,
I actually have to make a con save as well because at the end of its turn, it gets to make that against Velen's chill touch.
You already succeeded. Oh.
This was a new one.
Oh no, that was for Ray of Enfeeblement. This is basically that. Here, I'll paste it again for chill touch. It has. If it hits, the hand clings to the target and it can't regain HP and has disadvantage on your attack. It doesn't say anything about any con saves or anything like that.
Oh, is it just the next turn? Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just the... Okay, so yeah, it's just up until your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, got
That's
it.
why I've been spamming it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it has double. It has double that. Can't
It's really good,
get his
though.
hit points back for me either, but it doesn't matter. But I'm just giving for notes.
Okay. All right. The kobold vampire spawns.
Wait, does that stack?
It does not.
Oh, okay. So does it
If
take?
it can't heal, it can't heal.
But it's to the end of the turn. So let's say that it bites somebody and it's before me. Does mine work or does
Yours
Velen's
supersedes
work?
it.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Kobold vampire spawns are attacking Nissa still. They smell blood, and she's been healing them up real good. They're loving this.
Hell yeah.
All right. Let's see. They will make 2 bite attacks towards you, Nissa, with advantage. 16, I take it as a miss.
Mine is 16, so that meets.
Ooh,
right?
okay. Makes it, breaks it.
Oh my god.
For 8 piercing and 5 necrotic. So the piercing is rounded down to 4 and 5 necrotic from your max HP and your current HP. And it's healing so much. Oh, you see almost all of its wounds just healing up here, Nissa. The next one will try and bite you. 21. And that is for 7 piercing and 6 necrotic as well. So that's the piercing is lowered to 3 and 6 necrotic from your current and max HP. This thing is healing so much. Okay. And okay, all of the wounds are closed up again. Okay. Nissa, it's your turn.
I'm gonna attack the center baddie with my halberd. And I get the 3 hit points. Temp, and everybody else does.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, thank you.
16 is a miss with the halberd. You see this thing like dodge out of the way right before it's about to hit Nissa.
I'm gonna go for it again.
A miss with a 13. It sort of you try and like double back with the attack, and this time it like brings up its arm, and it feels like you're hitting a weapon. Like it bounces off this thing's arm and seems to do nothing.
That's all I got.
Velen.
Okay, so you guys were talking about something of Teriel's doing the same thing that Chill Touch was doing? I must have missed that.
Yes, Teriel is doing a. He's got some special bullshit.
My shroud, my shroud makes it so
his
he
shroud
can't
does
heal.
it. Okay,
Yes.
cool. All right, I didn't remember that. So instead of Chill Touch, I'm gonna go ahead and
I think you forgot. Professor Scant did mention that these vampires don't like radiant damage particularly very much, and it does stop them from healing.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Maybe this jogged your memory as you saw Teriel strike out with not just a radiant attack, but also the Spirit Shroud. You had 3 things that were stopping this guy from healing.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and try a new thing. We're gonna try, Innervation here.
Oh, I actually forgot. I'm sorry. We got one more Kobold Vampire by Mortis. I almost fucking forgot. Sorry.
Okay.
We gotta have this little guy attack.
Hey, don't worry about it.
No,
I like how Morris was like,
I feel like if I don't do it, I'm letting you down. Really.
I
What I'm
know,
doing.
and
That's
just
true.
don't.
No, that's
just
true. That's
don't
true.
even worry about
I-
it. And I know you apologize, and it's
You're
fine.
handling a
Don't worry.
lot, Whack. I
Thank
mean,
you. All right, incoming bite towards you, Mortis.
Bite me, you.
It does with a 22.
Fuck.
You encouraged it just very well.
I did this.
This is for 8
Max?
piercing damage and 6 necrotic damage, which will drain your max HP as you see this thing's wounds closing up.
It's so close to death.
Minus 6
Yep.
or 8?
6.
Minus 6.
So it was 14 total from your current and 6 from your max HP.
Ow.
Yep. Now I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
hurts,
Velen.
bro.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna scratch the innervation thing anyhow. Let's go ahead and I'm just gonna cast Ray of Sickness towards the big guy.
Okay.
And that's
This is a
level
ranged
1.
spell attack. An 8, unfortunately.
Yeah, doesn't
You see this like sickly sort of greenish like ray shoot out from Velen's fingertip, and
Don't know why I did that.
it misses the creature. It's sort of like spinning around as all these attacks are coming in, like trying to dodge out of the way. And this thing's pretty quick, and it manages to dodge out of the way of your ray.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay. Another ray.
Okay.
Eureka.
Eureka.
Thank you very much.
I could see the pain on Wish's face from that one. I did some physical damage.
That was. I lost a brain cell, man.
Just one? Losing my touch.
The force damage.
Okay. Yeah, no, Okay. I'm going to have the Susu hover over this body. And he is going to teleport me back to here. And I'm holding a spell, but he's going to teleport me back there.
Okay. So it can move and then teleport?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So just to be clear, which would it be hitting? This and this?
Just the big guy. Just the big guy. So it'll be... I just need to do the... yeah, he's got to beat... it's got to do a dexterity saving throw,
16?
which is enough, right?
I don't know.
What is that based off of?
It's your spell DC, I'm guessing.
Oh, it's my spell. Oh, shit. That's make it, break it. Yeah. All right. So, no damage. But then I'm going to shoot a little produce flame at him. Oh, and I get a plus D8 to that.
Ray, how do you kill him?
Oh, fucking right.
Glory.
All right. So I think once, as soon as I get teleported back, I just put my hand out and the big fire, the fire engulfs my hand and just fires out at him, probably as his mouth is going to bite at Teriel. It's just going to go into his fucking throat and sizzle through it and out the back.
Holy
Yes.
Nice sound.
That's really good.
Go Ray!
Guys be like,
Yes!
okay.
Is that it for your turn, Ray?
But from my angle, did it look like I did it?
I'm gonna...
I don't think so. It's perpendicular.
In your mind.
Yeah.
Damn it.
That's my
Mortis
turn.
ended the combat in his head when he did that crossbow power slide.
It was all over.
All right, that's my
He
turn.
somehow like fired like
Ever
one
since that,
bolt
it just
into
got
every
better,
single
you
one,
know?
like between the eyes, and like ended it.
That was so good. All right. Yep.
Okay,
All
Cheppy.
good.
All right, on Cheppy's turn, seeing Ray take him down, she's like, yeah, Ray! And she's gonna huck in Eldritch Blast at this guy over here.
Okay.
No longer disadvantage, so at normal. First one's a 22.
That is a hit.
Yeah, 12 damage. Amazing. She's gonna send in another one at that guy. 20 to hit.
That's another hit.
Another 7 damage. Yeah!
These creatures are getting bashed around now.
Yeah, clean him up.
And that is her turn.
Ariel.
Oh, wow, that was fast.
Oh, they're dying now.
How bad is Nissa looking right now?
You're welcome.
Your face.
Question. What is they didn't have a description on it, so I couldn't tell. Is lay on hands a bonus action or a straight action?
I believe it is a regular action, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
It should say.
I mean, it's just up in that. Wait, is it down? No, it doesn't have the information. I can click on it though.
As an action.
There we go.
Says it.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't have the description on it. I'm glad I would question it. All right. Well, Teriel doesn't know the damage that Nissa has taken, but she's not looking too good. So I guess he's just gonna run behind Nissa. And is Nissa facing him or facing the kobold?
I was facing the big dad, the big daddy.
Okay. He's gonna put his hand on her shoulder and he's gonna be like, "You got this. Take us home." And cast. That's a restoration on her.
Oh.
Okay.
Thank you.
Suddenly, Nissa, you feel the black necrotic veins sort of like recede. Your max HP will change, but not your current. It reverts your max HP reverts to normal.
And
Thank you, Teriel.
let's see. We're not done yet. Okay, after that, he's going to run and stand beside her, and he's going to look at her, and he's going to nod and prepare his sword.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Moonbrook, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna face the one that is fighting Mortis, and I'm going to shoot off another arrow. As usual, don't have anything else.
16 at the one nearby Morris. Is a hit.
Thank you.
Fantastic. And some sneak attack.
The arrow sails through the air as you see this creature like regenerating Mortis. Fresh blood probably from your like arm is on its snout, and suddenly an arrow sails through. It like hits its very tough skin and penetrates in a shallow depth, but it does leave a little wound on this creature.
Nice.
Just a little flesh wound. Damn. So with that being said, she's gonna, since she already hit that one, she's gonna throw her hand back out to the one that is in front of Teriel and do another whale on that one.
Okay.
I'm
2d6.
running out of them, but
What does the whale do?
2d6 worth
Transports
of
you from the bell to the island.
Right, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, for
got
8
that.
damage. I'm glad you did.
Just sitting here like, my soul.
The scream sort of comes through and echoes through the cavern, and you can see the kobold like hold its ears again in pain. Okay, is that it for your turn, Moonbrook?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I can do.
All right, Mortis.
Oh, it's me. Okay, that guy's still alive. Okay, great.
If I fire at the guy in front of me, I get a
Disadvantage.
Advantage.
Well, in that case, I won't do that. I will instead wait for Booger to do something. Because I have to do it that way. And Booger's gonna move here, and then I'm gonna sneeze. But when I sneeze, Booger's gonna spray poison spray onto this thing. And I go. And then, where's my poison spray?
That I can't answer. Okay, con save.
Make a Constitution save, please, if you'd be so kind.
13 is a miss.
That's what I like to see.
Yeah.
That's going to be 17 points of damage. Also, I actually don't think I didn't make this poison out of a thing. So this is from when you never have a coated weapon or ammunition. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you take 17 points of poison.
Yeah, you can see this like horrible green, like spreading. It almost looks like this horrific rash wherever the poison lands, and it like spreads out along the blackened flesh of this kobold, and you can see this like horrible spread of this.
I smile for a second, and then I'm smiling behind. Oh no! I smile and I look over at the ball of fire, and I will move it as my bonus. Here.
Okie doke.
So it rams into that one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a deck save?
It's a dexterity saving throw.
That is a make.
Well, it's a make, but it still takes half.
Okay.
And it is.
Give me another damage roll.
And I cast it at level 3.
Okay.
So 6 fire. Okay.
No, so it's
half?
14. So it should be
Oh, yeah.
half of it. Okay. 7. All right.
Oh, yes.
Is that it for your turn, Mortis?
That's it for my the bonus. Yeah, that's it for my turn.
Okay. Kobold Vampire Spawn. The one in front of you, Nissa, here, begins to heal up. And then it will try to bite you. With advantage. 15 is a miss.
Nope.
The one down here will try to bite Teriel.
I'm a snack. What can I say?
21.
That's a bite.
5 piercing and 7 necrotic damage. As you can see, its wounds healing, and then it latches on to your arm. And
7.
it will... You see all of its wounds close up. All right. And the one by you, Mortis, begins to heal.
Oh.
And then it will try and bite you. This one does not have advantage, though. And a 12 is a miss. Mortis just dodges out of the way. And that is it for their turn. Nissa.
The 3 hit points if anybody needs them, and I'm gonna try to hit the one in front of me with my halberd.
Oh, yeah. Are those things healing or not healing? Never mind. That's right. That's right. You're good.
They are. I think.
You've seen wounds like closing up on them.
Gotcha.
Okay, Nissa, halberd strike. Misses.
And
A little too nimble.
More.
And a second halberd strike is a hit.
Yes.
Okay, and you're aiming at this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Blood sprays out, but again, they're so tough. As you strike at them, they seem to resist some of the attack.
All I got.
Is that it for your turn?
Yep.
Did you use your aura?
I did. Yeah.
Oh. Is that a yes?
It's a 3 temp. I'm sorry, I said it. Faster.
3 temp HP for you and Teriel. Valen, it's your turn.
All right, you know the drill. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Chill Touch at the one that is over near Mortis.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's a 24 hit. 24 to hit.
That is a hit. Valen, how do you kill it?
Thank you so much.
Honestly, Velen contorts her hand, and the spectral kind of hand does the same motion in like a very brisk and rough kind of motion, and just begins to crush it to a pulp.
Okay. This horrible black ichor explodes from this creature. Some of it's a little green, manages to land on Mortis and the ground nearby.
Nice.
You
That's
basically saw someone turn to Play-Doh in front of you, Mortis.
Cool.
Horrific and cool. But yes, well done, Valen.
So cool.
Ray, it's your turn.
I think after that, I put my hand up and I aim at the one in front of Nissa as the Susu is flying next to my hand, is doing the same thing. So we're like charging up this little fire blast at the same time. And he's going to do Flame Seed. And I'm going to do Produce Flame. And both are going to miss.
Yep. 2 different fire attacks. Ray's like breathing pretty heavily, and 2 fire attacks sail out and miss.
And that's it.
Chappy.
Oh god, everyone duck! And Cheppy hurls in some Eldritch Blasts.
Oh, I thought it was a flaming spear at first. I'm sorry, Mortis missed that.
Ooh, 25.
Oh, no.
25 is a hit.
I was checking my
Amazing. Oh, 7 force damage.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry.
Mummy.
Mortis went, then the vampire spawn went.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they are going to take some damage. They did not move.
I'm sorry. That was me just seeing if
that was
burns.
me. Because they went after that, so
Right,
they
right.
do take some damage here.
I was checking to see how long it stays up. It's concentration, and concentration goes until I get hit.
Yep.
Okay.
Or until you drop the spell.
Until I drop the spell. Okay. thank
Or
you.
1
All right.
minute. 1 minute is 10 rounds.
Yeah. Got it. All right.
So, what was the damage on that?
The damage for that one was it's up here.
14. Okay.
14.
So they needed to make dex saves. Sorry.
14 dex save. Or
This
get
damage
14.
could be important. That's why I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Damn.
2 successes.
Oh my god!
So that's 7 each.
Just remember me when you hit the lottery.
The DM of Doom.
I know.
Strikes
it is
again.
nuts.
It's pretty great.
Okay, I'm sorry. Cheppy, the Eldritch Blast was a hit.
20.
Yeah, and 7 force damage. All right, Cheppy's gonna send another one in at that guy.
Okay.
For 28? Yeah,
There's
Cheppy's
another
back,
hit.
baby.
Thick.
14 force damage. You see this like horrible butterfly-shaped dent, like just like cracking this thing's
Cookie
chest.
cutter.
Yeah, there's like no, it doesn't go through this thing's body, but it just like dents and like makes its chest concave.
In a cute butterfly.
Yeah. Horrific.
Amazing. All right, and that's the end of Cheppy's turn.
Ariel.
Terrio's gonna lash out at the kobolds.
Okay.
The one in front of him.
11 is a miss.
11. Okay.
With the long sword.
And then he's going to reverse the grip and then try to slash at it again.
Okay, which one?
Oh my god. The one in front of me.
Okay. That is a hit. Not just a hit, but a crit.
It's a crit and oh my god, I should not hit the mouse button. What the fuck? Okay, I lost visuals of everything. Give me 1 second. I don't know where we are. I'm back out. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right. And then on top of that is going to be 1d8 damage. Top of that, so 4 on top of that.
Okay.
And that one can't heal anymore until my next turn. And its movement is decreased by 10.
This time we see the sword sort of rend this thing's flesh. It sails through with its magical radiant damage.
Is it still up?
Yep.
Okay. If it's
This
still
thing's
up,
been healing the whole time.
I can still do more attacks. right?
Oh, yeah. If you activate a smite right now, it's still part of the
that's
crit.
what I was gonna do. Yep. All right, cool. All right.
This is just about the best possible time for a paladin to activate a smite.
Yeah, I just didn't want to overdo it, but because I always never get the beat.
Please
cool.
overdo it.
I think overdoing it is a good idea sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, so 5 on top of that, and I guess crit goes off of that as well.
So now wait, does your 2d is that 2d8 your normal damage?
Yes.
For that smite, you get to roll 2 more d8.
Oh, I thought that was casting at a higher level. Oh, sheesh. Okay.
Crit doubles all damage dice.
Oh my god.
Teriel.
All right, I think.
How do you kill it?
I think at this point, Teriel's had enough, and when he slashes reverse grip, a lightning bolt of energy hits the sword and radiant, and he just goes through it and hits down into the ice as well, and just watch that thing explode into sparkles.
It just sort of falls apart like a sandwich that you hold the wrong way. Horrific. Well done, Teriel. Is that it for your turn?
He'll look at this and say, "Finish it," and that's it.
Moonbrook.
Well, okay, I can also do that maybe. So she moves over here. Wait, she'll move right here, and she'll fire off another arrow.
Okay.
She's going through them right now. Let's see.
19 is a hit. You
then we sneak attack it.
Get your sneak attack damage as well. You see this thing, like, it's so fucked up. Like, it's just like, it's like this horrible little broken kobold, you know, and there's just like an arrow that like shoots through its face. It's like sticking out the other side. This thing looks so fucked up. It's still like moving barely, and it like just sort of slumps to the floor and still like twitching.
You fucking kidding me? It's still alive?
Thing's been snacking on your girl. What you mean?
It's true. Okay.
It is a vampire.
Well, yeah, I know. Let me see. I can't do the... You can channel the power. You can target a second creature. Fuck. Alright. Well, damn it. Never mind. Instead, I'm just going to move. I keep walking. I'm walking this way. So I can go get my rapier.
Okay, Mortis.
Okay, I am going to make... I'm going to hold my action until Booger goes. Booger's going to move to here and then spray him with poison spray.
Okay.
So it's another... Okay, and that... What? Okay, great. All right, hold please.
Has no effect.
That's weird.
Doesn't even have an effect on roll 20.
It usually doesn't. It doesn't happen like this. Usually, it's usually sprays.
I swear, usually it sprays really
never.
good. Just, you know.
DC 14.
Okay.
Not another 21.
Close. It's a 20.
Okay, well.
Jeez Louise.
That's fine. Okay, it's fine. And then for my bonus. Yeah, and then for my bonus action, I'm gonna move that thing over here. No, it's gonna move here, right on top of Booger. Actually, that's a dumb idea.
I think it's a great idea.
That's not a smart idea. Nope, it's gonna stay.
Mortis is like making up his mind. He's like moving his finger. Like,
where the hell do I want this thing to go? I think I want to put this thing... and then I'm going to use the rest of Booger's movement. I can't fucking do that. Well,
actually,
this is the worst.
Yeah, we need to just do a little bit of damage. Hey, Ray, take an inspiration for just mentioning. Moonbrook, you needed to take some damage because you ended your turn by the flaming sphere.
Yeah. I didn't realize I wasn't paying attention.
Don't think I can move Booger again. It moved 30.
Well, actually, you have to make a dex save, Moonbrook.
Oh.
Actually, it can. I
Dex
can move
save.
here.
All right.
All right, I'll
Just
do that.
that one. Don't. Okay.
27.
good.
Does make.
Nice.
What the hell is up?
There's just like flames kicking up. Moonbrook is like dancing out of the way of them. Like stupid flames.
Yeah. Sorry. And then meanwhile, in the background, the camera focuses, and I'm going, sorry. there. And then, yeah, I'm gonna then move it here, and then Booger's gonna scoot over a little bit, and then I'm gonna hopefully do some fire damage to this thing.
Can you move Booger without a bonus action? Because I believe it's a bonus
I
action
don't know
to
if it
move the
matters
sphere.
anyway, because Booger's still gonna get burned. Because as much as I tried just now to move him, it's not gonna matter anyway. So, damn it. Whoopsie. Yeah, I'm gonna just burn Booger here.
It's a very Mortis mistake.
Yeah.
So, I take it. I think we just need a dex save from Booger.
The term "burn booger" is so weird.
Great.
Okay.
Makes it, breaks it. No,
yeah.
it doesn't. That's not it. It's 14. Okay. How embarrassing.
We need that damage from that
Yeah,
flaming sphere.
Yeah, I get it. Did you roll yet? Just so I know, did you roll yet for your guy? Did you also do it? Ah!
Jeez Louise.
That's 20 fire damage headed towards Booger.
All right, Booger is now just deleted for the moment.
That sandal's a little crispy inside that
Yeah.
flame. Is this a
Yeah.
sandal that flops to the ground like...
An obsidian sandal that flops to the ground, thank you.
It's very
Uncomfortable,
well
probably.
protected against fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep, and ding, ding, ding. And it's on the ground. And then, did that thing make a save?
No, because the vampire is not gone yet.
Oh no,
Oh,
but
when
I
I-
thought
Oh,
he
but you
when I
just
moved-
did it now.
Yeah,
okay,
I
gotcha,
moved
gotcha,
it.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd be so mad. I'd be like, why did I do that?
A 9 is a
Yeah.
fail.
Mmm.
You hit it.
Mori likey. All right.
You
for that
envelop
same
this
amount
thing
of
in
damage.
fire. Its ears are gone. Its face is like melted off. It's still twitching.
Good. That's fine, as long as something happens. And that's my turn.
Okay. Its wounds begin to heal. You see these horrible little ears sprout up, and its eyes like horrible red eyes like open back up. It's like horrible. It's got to like break the skin around its mouth to open its mouth. Like fangs descend again, and it stands up and will try to bite at you, Nissa. It does not have advantage this time. A 21, nonetheless.
Bruh.
5 piercing damage reduced to 2, and 6 necrotic damage to your current and max HP. You see more of its wounds begin to close up and heal. And that's it for its turn. Yes, that's your turn. Please kill it. Please kill it.
Okay. I am so sick of these things. My aura goes back out, and then I'm gonna hit it with my halberd.
13 is a miss. Your Nissa is like breathing heavily. I believe we're past the limit for your rage. Your rage ends.
Oh, great.
Damn.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Wow.
it lasts.
Long
I think it
fight.
lasts a minute, so we've
Yeah.
been more than 10 rounds.
Yeah. Halberd again. What I got?
18 is a hit. Woof. This time the halberd connects, sinking into its flesh, but not again as far as you're hoping. This thing will take this damage. Is that it for your turn?
All I got. Yep.
Velen.
All right, I'm tired of this shit. I'm gonna go ahead and expend. I'm gonna pull out my wand and I'm gonna expend 3 charges on it. So the first charge counts as 3 bolts, and then you can add 1 per charge. So we're gonna do 5 d4s plus 5.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 19 damage.
All of these bolts connect. You hear horrible sounds of bones cracking and breaking as this thing is hit. It falls to the ground, withered and twitching.
That's it.
Somebody finish this thing.
Ray.
It's on the ground?
It is on the ground. It's
cool.
prone.
I'm going to run up to it. I'm going to cast Shillelagh. And I'm going to hit it with my fucking club.
Okay.
Which I think it's prone. So
that's advantage.
Advantage. So wait, that wasn't right. Sorry about that.
Before you hold on, do you want to?
There we go. I know it's just like 2 different rolls, but 19.
Yep. You're just
okay.
You're doing the thing where just shut up and die. Like you're just like it looks like some shit out of Office Space. And as Ray is just smacking the shit out of this horrible broken heap of a kobold on the ground, and it's still twitching.
After 6 damage. Fuck, why would you die? All right. And then my Susu is gonna do Flame Seed.
All right.
Slayer.
Oh, for 10. Oh, it would have been disadvantage anyway.
Disadvantage,
I'll roll it. Yeah. Okay.
It is a miss. Chappie.
My goodness. Okay, Chappie's gonna move forward. My god, these things are hard to kill! And she's going to Eldritch Blast in at it. Is it disadvantage because it's on the ground?
Yep.
18 to hit.
The force damage. You're just like hearing these horrible sounds. Horrific. Just like this gross mess on the ground is spattering ichor all over the place, and it's still moving.
Chappie's gonna hurl another Eldritch Blast in, seeing this thing just writhing on the ground. 15 to hit.
That is another hit.
Nice. 14 damage.
Horrible sounds. This thing is like a horrible, disgusting. It looks like the remnants of a gross smoothie on the ground, and it's still moving.
Why won't these things die?
Teriel.
Get holy water or some shit.
I'm a fucking paladin. I'm just kidding. Teriel's just gonna take his sword. He's like, he's just like had enough. He's just like inhumane
Advantage.
right now. Ooh. Oh yeah, that is right. An 18.
Teriel, how do you kill it?
Oh my god. He puts it in, and he just takes all the shroud energy and he absorbs it in his sword, and does a final attack, and just golden light envelops, blinds everyone, and burns up the kobold. His final death.
Things grow quiet, finally.
And at this point, he just falls to a knee, and he's just kind of like, we need to never do that again.
Yep.
We need more radiant damage. Oh my god.
And that
So many vampires.
is the end of the episode.
Wait. I need to pick up my sword because I'll forget it.
I need to pick up my obsidian sandal.
Please, because I will forget it. I need it. Okay.
Okay, and I'm also gonna roll it. I'm also
Go
rolling
get
to
it.
I'm rolling right now to get my shit back.
She's walking right over. She gets down and picks it up.
All right, folks. We have gone over One thing I feel like I need to make sure we do before we wrap things up here today is to remind everybody, starting in 1 week, we have a new show starting here on Table Story called Tidal Blades. We're going to go ahead and we're going to play that for you before we head out. If you have not seen it, you need to check it out. We've also got a new trailer on YouTube as well, but I don't have this one loaded, so we're going to play this. Wow. Here we go. Starting.
Time now for the main event.
Are you ready? I can't hear you. You can do better. Are you really ready? Yeah, baby, yeah.
Ready? Set.
Put the hammer down.
Tidal Blades is going to be starting up next Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern. Make sure to check that out. We've got the official intro and things up on the YouTube. Go check that out. But let's do some quick outros, shout-outs, etc. So sorry for going over, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the fight today. Much love, chat. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much to my wonderful players for being amazing and being great role players. Thank you so much, Aaron. Thank you, Myth. Thank you, Tess. Thank you, Proxy. Thank you, Wish. Thank you, Faye. Thank you, Technique, for being awesome role players. I appreciate it. Let's do some quick shout-outs, please. Let's start with Faye Lynn.
Hi, I'm Faye Lynn. Sorry if my microphone's still doing the thing, but it's not?
Of course it's not. Of course it isn't.
I know, right? When we end the fucking show. Anyhow, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I know I had a great time. I hope everyone else did. I played Velen today. I stream. I do voiceover for video games. Okay, that's it. Bye. And on to the next one.
Thank you so much, Faye. Technique.
Hi, I'm Tech. I stream a lot of Lost Art. Come see it. Twitch.tv/Technique. No U, no E, just a Q. And I like to act out stuff. Yay.
Thank you so much, buddy. Aaron.
Aaron Black wrote book at Aaron B. Writes Twitter.
Wait, what? Is that a website?
Down firewall.
Me no words good.
8 seconds. Nice.
Me no words good. Firewall Down is the book. Please check it out. Thank you so much, Aaron. Myth.
Okay, Aaron challenged me to make a faster shout out, so here it goes. Twitch TV Mathematic.
That's bullshit.
That's the whole thing, compressed into a second.
That is the tagline for Myth's channel. That's bullshit. Thank you so much, Myth. Myth is a wonderful role player. Please go check him out. Thank you so much, buddy. And he also does a wonderful show here on Table Story called Spellwind. He's a fantastic GM. Go check him out. Thank you.
This doesn't count, Aaron. I still beat you.
Tess.
Fine.
Hi. I stream on Saturdays on my channel, twitch.tv/Tessica. I'll be there tomorrow playing something. I don't know what. Go follow everybody else because they're awesome.
And follow Tessica. Thank you so much. Wish.
Wish, click. I'm gonna be all.
What? Yeah, you're still talking. No, that counts.
It doesn't count anymore. I'm done. Just click the link.
Please go follow Wish. Thank you so much, Wish. Proxy.
Hello, I'm Proxy. I'm a leather crafter. If you want to watch some crafting, stop by my channel. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much, Proxy. Make sure to go give Proxy a follow. Thank you. I'm Mike Steven. I've been your DM of Doom. I dragged the players kicking and screaming through the adventure today. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. It was a lot of combat, but that was a scary combat for sure. Vampires are so hard to kill.
I almost died.
Oh yeah, it's legit.
That was so close, guys.
It was legit. You're actually a little bit lucky that they had to funnel through that little passage first before they attacked, and because you teleported away. If you did not teleport away on that first round, I was legit worried. I was like, oh, she might die. Like the first round.
Fucking pack attack and those bites.
Really devastating. And they had the basically the surprise round.